We the best, no contest. We the best. There ain't no one like, cause are you dumb or you crazy? There's no way, G. Me and my clique, we handling biz while you and your clique just act fugazi. You couldn't persuade me to give a damn, it just don't faze me. I got my Xbox, she can't play me. Money in a text box, I get paid. We the best. We the best, no contest. We the best. We the best, no contest. We the best. We the best. There ain't no rest. For the wicked, I'm bad and I'm blessed. Put it to the test. For the rest, there ain't no contest. So what's next? Got me leveling up, I'm obsessed. I bring the fire like I'm possessed. My personnel and my clique is the best. There ain't no contest. There ain't no one like, cause are you dumb or you crazy? There's no way, G. Me and my clique, we handling biz while you and your clique just act fugazi. You couldn't persuade me to give a damn, it just don't faze me. I got my Xbox, she can't play me. Money in a text box, I get paid. We the best. We the best, We the best, no contest. My clique is the best. We the best. We the best, We the best, no contest. My clique is the best. We the best. We the best, We the best, no contest. My clique is the best. We the best. We the best, We the best, no contest. My clique is the best. We the best. We the best, no contest. We the best, no contest. We the best, no contest. We the best,
Yeah! Oh, we're back! I'm supposed to be on the left, but It's so good
Dearly
to be
beloved, we are gathered here today at the carcass that is Xbox. As we not hold the line or advance it, we will snort the line as we get through the platform wars of the 2020s.
Bro, it's like we somehow end up with, on the most biggest occasions, either it's where Xbox is crapping itself with Redfall, the frame rate, or we've got freaking you came here. It was the last time we were streamed. You were sitting right next to me, and we had to watch that crappy PlayStation State of Play or whatever the hell it was.
Infinity Nikki and Concord and everything that is still relevant today.
and now we're on the grave of freaking Xbox and the console wars, man. We have a lot to talk about. Colt Eastwood, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all of those places, welcome. We're about to get so... There's so much to talk about. There's a lot that's going on. And Colt Eastwood, who better to grace me in the first guest? We've had some guests like before, but this is it. Was set up for a guest show. I finally figured out OBS. And Colt, actually, you helped me out with all of this. Colt Eastwood, how are you?
Great. I was on vacation all week. I went on vacation, headed to the beach during all of the Gamescom stuff, but I could not escape it. You know, our good friend Fawn's like, Colt, just stay away from the gaming news. Enjoy your time with your family. And I'm like,
you can't, bro. That's the worst, bro. Chat, listen. We live and shit this stuff. If this is the worst nightmare. If you are on holiday and this kind of stuff happens, everyone's going to be mad at you. Your girlfriend's going to be mad at you. Your family's going to be mad at you because you will not focus on them, even if holiday. That's what happens to me. I'm such a piece of shit. Like this, like I had such an crazy, insane work week, Colt, and insane, like insane. And I had one screen for my client's work, and then one screen on my thing, and my like paralegal comes in. I was like, go away! So I'm just clicking away. You can tell.
You're like Smeagol.
And they're like, oh, he's working really, really hard. And I'm like, I'm just angrily typing constable, Phil Spencer, you piece of you in that ass, Phil Spencer. It's been it's been such a roller coaster being an Xbox fan, but I genuinely think, Colt Eastwood, that all of this is your fault. It's always your fault.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. Do you know how many people I had convinced to go buy Redfall day one, full price? Yeah, absolutely. This is my fault.
You will never live down Redfall. It's going to be on your gravestone, Redfall.
It will. And he said Redfall was game of the year. Yeah, it'll be chiseled in there.
Oh, chiseled in my ass. By the way, I did get to read out Percy Pringles. If you're there in the chat last week, you super chatted, and I completely missed it until I ended the show. So apologies. And you said missing revenue by almost 50% is better than missing revenue by almost 60%. Sony/Bungie W exports. I don't know what that means. So that means that there's some context to it. And I've completely missed it. But I wanted to read it out. So thank you. Rambling Entertained, you absolute PC Master Race piece of shit. He says, thank you for the 5. He goes, 1 console down, 2 to go. The PC Master Race sends its regards. PlayStation is next. I hope it's next. Well, actually, I don't. But at the same time, I do. But at the same time, I don't. We have a lot to talk about, by the way, chat. I have so many topics actually organized for once. Just 10 minutes before going live, I actually made this table. But Colt Eastwood, before we go into that, how are you feeling, man? Like, are you okay? Are you feeling okay?
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard. What do we start talking about first? Because this whole multi-platform thing I've known about for almost a year now.
Yeah. Actually, Colt was the first one to tell me it's Indiana Jones like 2 weeks ago. So Colt knew that.
You were the first one to actually break the news. Nobody ever gives you credit because you were talking about Hellblade 2 back in...
in December.
Trying to remember what
December
I always
last year,
remember what
bro.
game I was playing. We were in a party chat, and you're like, "Don't repeat this," but I'm hearing from someone that Hellblade 2 is
November. November.
It was November.
November of last year. November of last year, I remember, because I was out with Mrs. and she was meeting my mum, and I had to step out. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll step out. And then
You had all this important family stuff going on, like the roadmap for the rest of your life, let alone gaming, and you're like, I need a minute.
yeah, and I was
You
just
sit on
like,
the toilet.
my friend is telling me all this shit. I'm like, you're taking the piss. And he's like, no, sir. He wouldn't take the piss. And so I was just like, holy shit. But you know how the thing. You know what, chat? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it at the end. There's a lot to talk about. A lot happened this week. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Black Myth Wukong, man. Holy shiznits. This game, man, is taking over the world. Thanks to the power of China. Seriously, it's going to keep Donald Trump up at night because China is making sure this game is 10 million players strong. That's 10 million sales. 10 million games in what? 2-3 days?
That's got to be like a record for a game that isn't Grand Theft Auto. That's crazy.
It broke Steam records. It broke like mad consecutive players at once for a single player game. I think, what did it beat? Elden Ring? What else did it beat? I don't know, chat. What game did it beat?
It beat Spider-Man and God of War combined, I think.
Bro, it did. Like, I think they did like 5 million or something. This is
Almost as many as Concord the first day. Pretty crazy.
we'll talk about Concord in a bit, but holy shit, man. Black Myth Wukong, 10 million players, and they did it all without Xbox. Colt.
LM says Power World. Like, Power World was pretty big. It didn't break any records, but Power World was really big at the beginning of the year.
Huge.
It was pretty big.
Power World was big. Power was big. And just like PlayStation missed out Power World, PlayStation missed out Power World. Xbox missed out Black Myth Wukong, but it shouldn't have had to miss it. However, we know why. The developer said they needed time to optimize this on the Xbox this year, and I think it's a fat L. I know what the people are gonna say. Oh no, look, have you seen the performance of this game on PlayStation? And yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. But ultimately, Microsoft didn't identify the issue, didn't send a team out there, didn't make sure that someone prioritizes a big game, because we knew it was a big game. We were talking about this as a big game. I'm on Gamescom in 2023, and the biggest line in Gamescom is for Black Myth Wukong. Like a line that's wrapping around 3.5 to 4 hours, not to play the game, just to see the game. I don't understand how people can wait that long, by the way. I can't do that. But people were doing that. And so I knew this game was going to be big. But the PlayStation performance, Colt, is not good at all. Digital Foundry. See, I am J-Dub, you pony.
And
you.
And it's 1080p. It's 1080p in 2024, and it's still not holding 60.
Bro, this game's a demanding game.
It's like 45 frames, 53 frames. But
bro, the game looks beautiful. The game looks beautiful, man. Like, it looks amazing. But it looks really amazing on PC, because on PlayStation, all the artifacting and nonsense just looked like, ugh, I don't even want to touch this on PlayStation. I was actually going to borrow my Sammy's PlayStation to play Black Myth, but I looked at it, I'm like, hell no, I'm going to play this properly. So like, the game is demanding because it's an Unreal Engine 5 game, and we're seeing a lot more. We'll talk about Avowed in a bit, but we'll talk about Unreal Engine 5 is causing these consoles suck, man. These are shit consoles, man. Jason Ronald, shave your beard, you suck. No, I mean, just the consoles suck all throughout. Like, we're in what, year 4, and now we're hearing Monster Hunter Wilds is also 30 FPS. Like, come on, man. PC is the future. Rambling Entertainers, right? Is it not? Shut up, Colt. You know what Colt Eastwood's like? Colt Eastwood is sitting there with a 4080.
4080 Super.
4080 Super. 4080 Super. And he's still such an Xbox, like, Yeah, even though he's loving.
I spent the whole summer on
playing
PlayStation.
Red Dead on PlayStation.
I'm playing Red Dead 2 on PlayStation, or on PC, and I'm playing. I played Assassin's Creed Syndicate on PC, and actually looks good when it's not. I don't know. I kind of roll my eyes at how dusty and crusty the consoles are because they have so much potential.
Yeah.
But developers just can't get what they need out of them, and then developers seem to say, "You don't need 60 FPS. Come on, you don't need it." We're like, "What? What? Yes, we do. That's what we want." But then you've got the casuals who are like, "You don't need 60 FPS on a game that's an RPG." Like the cope is ridiculous.
Yeah, bro. I keep seeing the absolute guzzling of jizz from corporations constantly. It's so annoying, even with Avowed.
And they always have the Xbox logo as their avatar.
Bro.
Like, it's gonna be okay. They have the best intentions, so they put it at 30 FPS.
Oh, you click on the profile and it's got pictures of either Phil Spencer or someone on the banner, or all or one of your graphics just there on the banner.
One of my graphics that Colin Moriarty hates. Yeah, love it.
That flatulent piece of shit. So yeah, man, like these consoles are struggling, but Black Myth Wukong is killing it, bro. It is, and it looks like a good. It goes to show that at least in China, Metacritic means nothing because it's saying a solid 81 meta, and you think this would be a fail. Yet this is one of the most successful games in a very long time.
Or not a fail. You think at an 82, it can it'll do okay.
Yeah.
And it's doing. Let me see what it is on OpenCritic. It's doing amazing numbers, but apparently, Z-Huge or Daniel Ahmad says that it's doing about 600,000 on PlayStation. So a tiny sliver of people are playing. It's an 80 on OpenCritic across PlayStation and PC, which is lower than Starfield, and it's outselling that. It's crazy.
That's mad. That's mad. I do think a lot of people are like quite weird in their discourse surrounding. I know, again, Starfield was supposed to be game of the gen, but like they're just hailing this game as something huge, and so it goes to show like. There were some dumbass reviews, man. Did you see that review about someone saying, "Oh, it's like not got enough females," and
yeah.
Even though it's got women in the game, like there's actually.
Did you know the Black Myth Wukong character is what Goku from Dragon Ball Z was based on?
Yeah.
So like, you know what I've noticed is this: if you make a great Souls game, it's gonna blow up, and I think some of the Souls games have done really well over the past like 3 or 4 years, more than ever. Like Souls games have been great, right? But
yeah,
if you make a great Souls game, you've got your path laid out for you because they do something that other games just really don't. And it's one of the reasons why I don't play them, because that brutal difficulty wears my patience and ADD so bad that I just go back to, I'll just play Assassin's Creed Yasuke.
Yeah, I do actually want to play that game, but
yeah.
You're right. There's a massive world. I didn't think about this until you just mentioned it. Like, because Elden Ring took the world by storm, and now you've got another kind of game in a genre that people were saying was niche before. You wouldn't dare say it now. You can't say Souls is niche because almost every game feels like Souls-like, has got that label attached to it. And it seems like that's the flavor of this gen is Souls-like games. Mm-hmm. And beautiful looking game. Black Myth Wukong looks great. The PlayStation performance sucks. Xbox version, no Xbox version. I'm sure Xbox is kicking themselves again. And by the time this starts working with Xbox, maybe the ship will sail. I don't know.
People have this predisposition about how I react to what's going on. And like my first tweet that morning was Phil, the awkward Phil at the Game Awards going, when they announced that
is he
world right now, and Phil's like, yeah, it's not on, we don't have it. It's like we didn't have Baldur's Gate. Yeah,
bro, like, you froze there for a sec, which is quite funny. Evan Huff, thank you for the $2 goes, hell, Hobbit and Horn Dog. I'm pretty sure I'm the Hobbit in that one. But no, Phil Spencer and his reaction there, like, so apparently, we'll talk about Indiana Jones in a bit, but yeah, I'm going to rage about about Spencer for a while, but essentially Black Myth Wukong chat. Let me do a little quick poll. Are you interested in Black Myth Wukong? Or are you playing it? If you're already playing it, then you can say yes. Are you interested in Black Myth Wukong? I
want to see how quickly this pops up.
Bam! Instantaneously, I'm sure.
There it is. Yeah, right when you said it.
There it is. Let's see the chat. So the chat's coming in. We're getting some votings. I reckon quite a few, maybe 70%. Yeah, at 70 now. Like 28 votes. It's not that much. 48. Oh yeah, shit! Keep voting. 50, 51, and then how do we lose votes? It went back to 47. What? What's going on there? Yeah, a lot of people are interested in Black Myth Wukong. Well, Xbox fans, tough luck. You have to wait. How long do you reckon we'll have to wait till Black Myth Wukong comes out on Xbox, Colt?
6 months at least.
6 months?
Yeah.
6 months?
I mean, what was it for Baldur's Gate? 3 months?
3 months or something? Yeah. It felt like a long time because
it's an eternity.
Yeah.
That's
in
an
gaming,
eternity.
in gaming things, it is quite a long time.
Yeah.
Which is what we'll be saying when Indiana Jones comes out on PlayStation. We'll talk about that.
I know. Yeah, that's 3 months, and we're like, oh, that's an eternity. No.
Yeah. It's stupid.
I'm checking my internet right now. My internet is at full tilt, so I don't know what's going on.
No, it's fine.
It could be. It's got to go all the way over to you first, but.
Nah, that's not how it works. But maybe it does. I don't even know anymore.
Somebody's squeezing the pipe.
What kind of pipe? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Cole? Thank you to 222 of you. Smash the like button.
Oh yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, it's forever. It feels like we're on XNC all over again. So let's talk about the fail of the day. And it's only going to be a day that you're going to end up remembering this game. It's Concord, bro. Concord finally came out on PlayStation. PlayStation's attempt at doing multiplayer. It's not so easy, is it? Yeah? You had a little bit of a lucky one with Helldivers, but PvP? PlayStation? Damn! Concord has come out, and I can't believe how abysmal the player numbers are. Bro, 600 people. 600 people are playing Concord. I've had more people watch this stream than people are playing Concord.
And half of those people are watching this stream right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Bro, it is bad. It is bad. It is so utterly bad. And it really is... Bro, did you hear about the fact that this game took 8 years to make? 8 years? What the frick were they doing for 8 years? Maybe they were just thinking, what pronoun should I call this character? 8 years later. It's just stupid. Obviously, 8 years isn't just developing the game. You have to conceive the game and whatnot, come up with the concept. But isn't it 8 years ago we actually got Overwatch? So conveniently, it took 8 years for them to come up with this idea.
They're like, oh, Overwatch, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's make that for the next 8 years.
Oh, man. Jeez. Now let's do a poll, chat.
Oh, great.
66% are you going to play?
How many copies did Xbox buy? Just one, right?
No, he bought 3. He's such a cuck.
So Shady's in the chat. Shout out to So Shady. He goes, there's flopping and then there's concording.
Concording is bro, Concord went by the way of the actual plane, the jet, except Concord actually was successful, the plane. You know about the plane, Concord, the fastest passenger plane, which they just decommissioned. Bro, that thing was amazing. It's a feat of engineering. That was the
Intercontinental plane, yeah, from like the 90s.
From English made.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, UK, and then it just died.
Oh, you guys finally invented something?
Yeah, we did. And then we killed it because it was like not sustainable, like Xbox Game Pass.
I had so much fun coming to your country, bro. That was such a memorable, amazing time.
Oh, bro, I miss it already. That was so much fun.
That's great. J-Rock says, Pony said Concord was perfect. It's peak gaming. More people playing Redfall at launch than Concord. Let that sink in.
Bro, do you know who said that? It was freaking Woolly Gamer. Of course, Woolly Gamer is freaking sitting there sucking off Sony. But this guy had an issue with me And my review of Halo, which he doesn't even understand to this day, because I said it's the best playing Halo game since Halo CE, because the freaking mechanics have been refined. No. But this guy's calling Concord perfection. Are you on crack? Are you on crack? I know you've got a concave forehead, but are you on crack, lad? He's so dumb. Like, why are you repping this guy? And then at least choose your words carefully.
Schnizzles!
What?
Concord's at a 69 Metacritic right now with 5 critic reviews.
Why only
That's doing
5?
good.
Why only 5?
That's doing great.
Wait, can I
Juke's
ask
video
why
gave
only
it
5?
an 80. Juke's video gave it an 80. It's got a 72, a 70, a 65, a 60. Yeah. So,
bro, why
doing
only
way better
5
than
reviews?
Redfall.
Bro, what's taking so long for the reviews to come out for this game?
I mean, I played the matches for a day and I knew what to expect.
Bro, I played it for like a few hours on it. This is shit. It's not even shit. It's just like it just is. It's there. And then it's not because you turn it off because the game is so boring. Right, look, I love multiplayer, yeah? And you're not going to get your hits. Obviously, because it's an exclusive, we're going to shit on it because it's PlayStation and whatnot. But it's not that good a game, man. It's okay. It's just like, it's okay. You can't say it's a terrible game, but you're talking about hero shooters and this massively saturated multiplayer market. You have to stand out, and PlayStation comes out with this kind of game that PlayStation fanboys hate this kind of game. And for them to back it, and then you got freaking Koala Man with like no hair on it there, sitting in his Joseph Fritzl dungeon, or pre-ordering 3 versions of this game to play with himself.
He bought one for his dog.
Poor dog, man. That's animal cruelty right there. You should not be allowed to do that to animals, man. That game's... Bro, that is embarrassing. Bro, let me check right now. I'm going to check right now. Steam charts. Concord.
It was like 626 when we looked before the show went up.
Okay, verify. Yes, I'm human. Oh, it's gone up. It's gone up to 697. So it's doing... Well, shit.
Those servers are getting worked, bro.
Yeah, bro. I saw where's J-Rock? J-Rock's been on fire, bro. After all the shit. You see, me and J-Rock are fair. If Xbox messes up, we will murk Xbox. But we'll have doubly murk PlayStation.
He's got a new tweet.
What's he said?
DualShocker says, quote, better than Overwatch, despite initial reception. Fans are loving Concord.
No
all
way.
696 of them.
DualShockers is such a shit ranked and a shit.
It's like this, DualShockers.
Yeah. Bro, I knew the guy used to run DualShockers. Bro, this guy, bro, he's a pony and a half. Bro, the guy used to run DualShockers wrote a review saying, no, everybody's wrong about Drive Club. They don't know how to play racing games. He would defend every bit of mediocrity. And this is a DualShockers article. Doesn't surprise me. And then
bro,
J-Rock's put Redfall, yeah, at its peak had 6,124 game, and that game was ass. So you're telling me Concord has 10% of that? Bro, that's bad. That is bad. 600, that's bad, bro.
To be fair, most of those people playing Redfall were recording it just so they could make hit piece videos because the game sucks so bad. But JV Smooth in the chat is probably, he made a joke, but I bet he couldn't be that far from the truth. He says half of those players could be the devs right now. If I was working at Firewalk Studio, everyone would be on that game,
bro.
Trying
100%.
to keep it right.
Yeah, bro, if you're making a multiplayer game, yeah, you're just giving it out to everyone, like your family, your friends. Spread the word. Spread the
dog.
word. Yeah, dog.
Willie.
And so, oh shit! Oh shit!
Wait, well, hold on. Now, X-Vault and Wooly are big. They're big, loyal PlayStation fans. Did they get a free copy for review of Concord, or did they have to pay for it for their dog and everything?
Bro, they pay for their shit. They pay to get shafted. It's quite hilarious, really. But bro, I can't believe the goal of some of these people to they were pre-ordering that stupid, ugly, in my opinion, controller of the Concord. This game, 5 reviews. Where's the rest of the reviews, man? Bro, I want to see those reviews. Why are they not coming out? I don't know, man. Jason Schreier's like, come on, don't worry, don't rush it out. We're enjoying the Xbox bad news right now. I need to see what's happening with this, bro. What does that mean? What does that mean for the future of this studio? Because we can look, console warring and stuff is all fun and games, but the people who worked on this game, like, they put a lot of, not soul, but they put a lot of hard work into it.
Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Like, the Firewalk team, if maybe they don't get allowed to make another game, but maybe PlayStation's just like, we're going to use you for PvP and PvE support for other games, and hopefully, maybe. I don't know, maybe they'll make something else. Maybe they're like, okay, the multiplayer thing didn't work. Can you guys make a little single player game, like something, copy something Xbox is doing? Because that's really all the PlayStation can do at this point. I'm just kidding.
Babe, ponies, this is it.
I mean, they don't have any games. Let's be honest. They have no roadmap. We don't know what they're working on. The best you can do is hang your hat on Ghost of Tsushima 2 and the Sony Santa Monica sci-fi game. Those are going to be amazing. I'll be playing those day one. But other than that, I don't know what their studios are making. The problem with Xbox, they have this awesome roadmap, but when do the games ever? When are they ever going to come out? And that's another thing we'll get into.
Yeah, we will.
Holy crap.
Bro, there's so much wrong with Xbox. It's ridiculous. Will Broke Boy Lewis, thank you for the $2 super chat, because Xbox Vault tweeted that he brought 3 copies of Concord. I know, because I saved that tweet because I was like, are you a stupid, absolute moron, bro? He's such an easy punching bag. And he's so lame. Black Cobra with the $5 super chat. So who wants to make a bet on how long Firewalk Studio will last? I'm betting half a year. Black Cobra makes a good point, Colt, man. These are tough times. Bro, they killed off Hi-Fi Rush, man, and they Tango Gameworks. Well, they didn't. The Tango Gameworks got saved ultimately at the end of it, but they had got a project that was massive critical acclaim and murked. So Firewalk might walk out of the building because they might just get turfed, or the people, like you say, people might get swallowed up because Sony needs the multiplayer talent. So I don't know. It's bad news. Bad news for PlayStation, and evidence that PlayStation cannot do multiplayer. Let me just make this point. Naughty Dog went back to the drawing board and said, we're doing single player. They cannot do it. Yes, The Last of Us #1 Factions was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah, but you can't do it. You can't get one tacked on multiplayer mode on your game and then just give up. So Naughty Dog will never hit that station in terms of talent. And now they've conceded and failed after 4 years of development on Factions. Gone. Now you've got Concord Firewalk Studios. So this is Sony first party studio, bro. So
you always bring up Helldivers, but who owns Arrowhead Game Studios?
It's not PlayStation Studios.
It's not PlayStation.
It's this first party studio. It has to be a first party studio. And I'm just.
It's their IP. They published it, but it wasn't their studio. So when I look at Helldivers too, I'm like, Arrowhead hit gold. They didn't it was an amazing thing. The game just resonated with millions and millions of people.
Not with me.
I'm very, I know. You and I actually argued about this early on because you're like, oh, it's cool. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't really see it. And then a week later, you're like, oh, I'm kind of done. But that's not the case with everybody else. Like, everybody else was loving the game. And when you talk about Concord, I don't want to sit on the fence where I'm bashing Concord and Firewalk for a big failure. I mostly want to bash people who are, trying to pretend like this is going to be amazing. That happens all the time. We have fun with that. But I enjoyed some parts of the beta when I played Concord, but I knew there's no way I would play this more than a few times. I even played Marvel Rivals, which I really liked, which is just Overwatch, in third person.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it, guys. But then I'm like, there's no way I'm going to play this on a regular basis or at any longevity at all. And I had access to the beta for almost 2 weeks. I got a special code from Game Seeker, a guy who supports my channel. So I got to play it a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. And, but I found myself I'm not really in the mood, and those games just don't work for me. But, I don't know. When you say that PlayStation can't do multiplayer, I'm going to back you up and say, their studios, they've shown they can't do it. PlayStation or Xbox has also kind of shown sometimes they can't do multiplayer as well. with the way they launched Halo Infinite. I don't know what else they messed up for multiplayer. The way they set up Redfall was ridiculous. Like always online, even for single player. You couldn't. The way you played with people, that game's dead and gone. I don't want to talk about it, but there was so many things critically wrong with the game, even as far as service-based stuff. So,
yeah, I mean, Xbox can do multiplayer and do very well. They showed PlayStation how the path. But so recently, they have not really smashed it out of the park. Although Halo Infinite is a really good multiplayer playing game that died on content and support, they can still do it. And I think God of Gears of War is going to be something really special. I hope so anyway. Red Wolf, good to see you. Member for 3 months. Is a copy of a game the actual game? Who has the original game? If they're all copies of the game, then why aren't the copies cheaper than the OG? What the hell are you talking about? Is a copy of a game the actual game? Who has the original game? If they're all... Shut the... That just stressed me out, that super chat. Sorry, man.
He's just trolling you with nonsense. He does that to Black Viking and then gets him like sweating and laughing.
That just pissed me off, that stupid chat. Carolina Gamer, thank you for the $5 super chat. Wonder how bad Factions was to be cancelled and Concord gets the green light. Lol. Bro, that's a very good point, man. Bro, Bungie actually helped with Concord. They greenlit that. And they cancelled Factions, which was supposed to be this very ambitious from Neil Cuckman. So,
you want to hear my unsolicited opinion?
Yeah.
I think Factions 2 might have been good.
I reckon
it was Bungie
as well. Maybe.
Weren't you kind of thinking the same thing? Like maybe Bungie doesn't know what they're doing, and they're like, "Nah, they ain't working." It's like, well, your stuff isn't working.
Yep, but that's what I'm saying. They're getting speeches from Bungie that can't even deliver on their own games, and then they're working with other studios to deliver this toilet of a freaking multiplayer game. But then, I think we rate Naughty Dog rightly because of its successes, but it must be like, Colt. We have to concede, like, bruh.
Hey,
the facts are there. It must have been a shit game. It must have been a shit game.
I played all of Last of Us 2 when it launched. If you take away the problems that people had with the characters and the story choices, you're stripped down to just a beautiful world and amazing gunplay and combat. That's what Factions 2 would have been. No politics, no social politics, no characters that you have to like worry about if they're gonna, go against the grain for you. Factions 2 could have been really good, and Bungie's like, in one of their like $2 million sets of cards, nah, just shutter it.
Every time I vouch for PlayStation, I get murked. I vouch for Factions on Twitter. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah,
watch out for Factions because Naughty Dog doing multiplayer only. They're very talented. They're gonna kill it. They couldn't even deliver the game. So like, I know what you mean. You're like, okay, Factions 1 was good, good multiplayer mode for the first game. Obviously, you need more than that for a standalone game. So, yeah. I don't know. I reckon, well, if it got cancelled, we have to sue as shit. Shout out to Biff Rinaldi. Good to see you, bro. Thank you for the 5. Can we all agree that neither Xbox or PlayStation know what they're doing at this point? It's just a sad time to be a gamer right now. I'm going to end up on PC. PC is the way to go. Do you see that rambling entertained? The army groweth. And I'm genuinely... Bro, I'm not even lying to you. Like, I'll get a Pro, and I'll still buy consoles because I'm just a enthusiast like that.
You can reply to supers now in the chat. That's so cool.
You can
see his name over and over. I haven't seen that. That's like something they added recently. People are replying directly to what he said.
How do you do that?
You just go in and click it, and then you can reply. So like NC just said, "Yep, PC is best now." Rasadoc says, "Yeah, go PC. You'll get everything." People can actually reply directly to someone's super. And it shows that you're replying to that, which is super cool.
I can't do that on desktop, but maybe they're doing it on mobile.
Let me see if I could do it. Yeah, reply to Biff.
Yeah.
All right. I'm on PC as well. And Biff, I hope everything's going good. He got laid off from his job almost 2 weeks ago. I hope you're finding something. Also, my good friend Red Wolf is also looking for a job. See if you need someone to wear Starfield outfits and dance at your kid's birthday party. Hire him, but he won't wear pants, so don't just hire him to your grandpa's birthday party.
Oh, man.
But shout out to him, and I hope everything works out. It will. Everything will work out. He got fired from a crap job that they were jerks. There, it's dirty laundry. But he's going to be good. And
Yeah,
Biff
man,
Ronaldo,
Biff.
you'll be good too, bro.
You got this, man. You got this, bro.
Yeah.
Red Wolf. Yeah. Okay, I can't, yeah, that's weird, man. My thing's not working, but we'll see. We'll see.
It might be something they roll out to like different YouTube users. I also have this thing on my feed where it shows the number of comments instead of the views on like my recommended videos. I hate it. Hate it.
Oh.
But anyway, Concord's a failure. What else you got?
Right. Well, Concord's a failure. I'm going to do one more check on his player numbers. Yeah, just one more time.
While you do that, Rand told me a couple weeks ago, Colt, be very careful about saying that Concord's going to fail because, you know, PlayStation might plot a miracle and this game might actually do really well. I think right now we've been, I think it's okay.
It's shit.
What's it at?
It's at 697.
Oh, bro.
I don't know if this is updating that quick or what. Either way, man, we know this game's gonna be dead. Even if it's that 6,000, that's bad.
1,500, not 6,000.
Bro,
somebody thought you said 6,000 on the stream, but maybe
no, 600.
Said
no, it's 6,000
for
6,000 for Redfall. So
no, like, its all-time peak was 1,600. Yeah,
that's bad. That's so bad. That's less than the beta, man. That means that people that were interested in playing it played it in the open beta and said, nope, not good enough.
I think when people say like, oh, sometimes like social media or Reddit or Twitter can be like a microcosm of what's really happening. But I think the way people talk about game failures like Concord or Redfall, it spreads out to like the general consensus. And Redfall never got the players and it didn't deserve them. And Concord's kind of in the same place.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway.
I want to see. I'm really intrigued to see where it settles in the
there's
reviews.
Detective Seeds, that PlayStation clomping pony.
Bro, I love this guy. Detective Seeds.
He's a good dude.
Bro, no, he's such a great dude, bro. He was literally, bro, he came to the Xbox channels and just came in and sucked it so dry. And then as soon as he got a bit of a platform, boom, went to PlayStation. Even DM'd me because Gaz, just come to PlayStation. I was like, it's good here, man. I think Xbox is like, shut up. I called him a pony in DMs. I'll call him a pony in comments. But we love this.
Gaz, can you on camera? Can you pretend like you're eating out of a pepper grinder?
No, I'm not doing that. I've already done it enough times for me to be memed.
You pepper grinder eating Detective Seeds. Good dude though.
Yeah, he's cool. Will Broke Boy Lewis, thank you with the 2. Push Square had a poll, 77% not interested. What a surprise.
Oh, bro.
What a surprise. Hey? Well, that's Concord. It's died before it even came out, bro. That's a literal abortion of a game. That's really bad. Hopefully the studio actually... Yeah, that's a bit raw. And that's...
Like, Randolph Thor literally got blacklisted for, like, 6 months for using that word.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. About Crackdown?
Do you guys know the story? The story is that... I'll tell it here because Rand's, like, sick with COVID. So he can't even get up out of bed to fight me. But Rand, the previews for Crackdown 3 were like so bad. They let these B-list celebrities play it. And Rand made a video about the showing of Crackdown 3. And he wrote, the video was, Crackdown 3 is an absolute abortion. Oh. And so people at Xbox are like, we're done with you.
They came back. Fickle bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Will Broke Boy
like,
Lewis.
we don't have anybody else on their knees.
Apart from Colt. Colt's frozen. Like, look at his Colt's face. Someone screenshot that. And he's like, are you back again? He's back again. You froze. You froze like that.
I couldn't hear you for a sec.
Oh man, it's too hilarious. Oh man,
I'm using Christian Mingle internet, so it censors me pretty rawly. Okay, anyway, you were saying.
Yes, Will Broke Boy Lewis for the 2. He goes, can a game die if it was never really alive? And that's what I mean. It's a literal abortion. It's just like died. And just like, we're just looking at the remnants of it. So, well, Concord, unlucky man. Good luck. Maybe it might surprise us. Maybe this game will just have a big blowout, like a huge successful thing. But I
Why don't they just like throw it on PlayStation Plus next month?
They will.
It's too late for now, right?
They will. Everyone was saying they should have done that after the beta, man. It was so obvious.
Bro, J-Rock has receipts from J-Dub City saying, Concord is fire. If you don't think so, you're probably an Xbox guy. Go argue with your mammy.
Yeah, I got that as well. Bro, J-Dub and... When Black Myth Wukong was there, all these guys were like, it runs fine. It's perfect. It's so good,
It's locked,
man.
60.
It's locked. It's locked in 3 modes, and they're all perfect. It worked. The word you used was perfect. It's so perfect. And then Digital Foundry goes, this game sucks ass. In terms of performance.
Proof that these guys are playing on a 1997 Zenith TV at home. Looks great on my Zenith.
I'm reminded of the Office episode where Michael Scott has got that little tiny TV on the wall.
That's what these guys are playing on. Like someone's like, you don't need 4K. Well, I've got a 65-inch TV. And yeah, you don't always need 4K, but sometimes, holy smokes, is it nice.
Yeah.
When you got everything else going with it, you know.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? That quote thing really helps. And it goes to show how many people actually engage with the super chat as well.
It's awesome.
Black Cobra.
I think there's
5.
a limit on it. It wouldn't let me reply to the $2 one. So maybe like 5 and above.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. It looks like it. Geez, thanks, Google. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's just like discriminate on how much you pay. Black Cobra with a 5. 30 FPS for Avowed does suck, but it was delayed to next year. And the two devs did say they are still working on the FPS, so there's a chance there will be an option. We should talk about it now, I guess. I was going to talk about it at the end, but let me talk about it now. What is it? Okay, yeah. So, you know, the good thing about this, I can get the timestamps on OBS. It tells you the runtime.
I'm going to start writing them down as I do the show. I did that last week, and going back and listen, everyone's like, where's the timestamps?
Bro,
but going back and listening to the show you just did is like excruciatingly painful.
Bro, you don't want to hear yourself. Yeah, it's like...
You don't want to...
Yeah, you don't want to hear yourself.
I'm like... I know people are like, some people don't want to hear Mag, but I'm like, oh my gosh, Colt, shut up as I'm listening to myself.
Yeah, bro, man. Like, I get, like, imagine you don't
and listen to your voice.
Yeah, bro. You know my voice is like nails on chalkboard, so I have to hear it. And what I sound like in my head and what I actually sound are two very different things. Which is
my gosh.
Yeah, I'm like, it is.
That's what I sound like.
I'm like, listen to myself.
I'm like, yo, this game is so cool. And then I listen back.
Gee willikers, that's an amazing game.
Yeah.
My internal struggle.
Let's now is a really good time to talk about Avowed. It's very fresh in the news. It kind of just broke about 12 hours ago, really.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. So it came out, a pony that I know literally like tweeted. He says, well, according to Defining Duke and Cognito and what's the other guy's name? Mr. Matty Plays.
Matty Plays.
Oh shit, I'm bleeding. Yeah, don't ask me why. The game is running at 30 FPS, so the devs are making, aiming for 30 FPS as baseline. I was like, what? Avowed, no chance. And then you were like pissed about it, like, gas, holy shit, and you were pissed. And I was yeah, but it can't be real. And then it turned out it is real because
I want to play it on Xbox. Like that's a game I want to play that game on my Xbox. That's why I'm mad. And I am just one customer. And I know there are tons of customers that are like, why is only Xbox first party the ones having problems with 60 FPS at launch?
Bro, listen.
The only other one is Gotham Knights, and they had their own problem.
Look, they might change it. They've delayed it, yeah? And it might be 60. Sure. But
I have a PC, guys. I've got a 4080 Super. I've got a really great PC, but it's another discussion I'll have at another time. There are so many things that are just, as a content creator, to be able to get to party chat and get to record like right on the controller, so I can make content, and just everything that I do is so much easier. And the reason why I say that is because every game we've played for the past 4 years has had a 60 FPS mode, except for Xbox's like 5 first-party games. And it's really frustrating to go, why is this only an Xbox problem? It's not the Series S, because we know the X can do it. It's a whole thing. So I don't want to dive too far in. Well, we have to go into this layer by layer, but go ahead.
No, man, you're
No, it doesn't suck. Maester
no.
says the Xbox DVR sucks. No, actually, I will stand by the Xbox DVR. It's higher quality than PlayStation's. It's half the bit rate, which is quality compression, as NVIDIA Shadow Play. I really, really like it. And I've used it for years, and I'll continue to use it because for making YouTube videos, it's fantastic.
Because that's what you
way
use
higher
for your
quality
YouTube
only.
videos. You use that, right?
People have been saying for years, like, your videos always look great. I record at the 25 bit rate, and then I upload at 50 bit rate, which is just overkill. But my videos look nice, and they're mostly all on Game DVR.
That's pretty. That's a big actually like point in favor of it, because if your videos are clean, so if you're using DVR for that, that's really good. And I've got Elgato 4K capture card.
I have one too. I've got the AverMedia 4K card built in, but you have to lose VRR to plug that in because it doesn't pass through. It's a whole thing. Like, I know I'm only saying this because for my content creation, I can't use the same setup as somebody who just wants to enjoy games. And like, I have this wireless mouse and keyboard. I have to have this within reach when I'm playing on PC to record stuff. Like, I have to bring that over and set it on the couch. It's like laying there. And it's just those little things that are just like, come on. Anyway,
those little things count, though. They
do. They add up.
Because when you're making content, you want to be in the mood for it as well. I think people don't realize that you know, the mood is so important for it. So little things like that. I'll go PC because I'm a pretty confined studio anyway. So like, attaching a controller and then playing the game won't be. I probably won't tell the difference, other than obviously the incredible fidelity that you get with PC. So I don't know. Hey, look, but back to Avowed. Like, Avowed is an absolute piss take. I couldn't believe this game, man. This is embarrassing for Xbox. Why? Because I've heard all the, you know, even I'm routinely surprised by how fanboys will just lap up everything. Like, I said, Avowed, let's be real. It's not exactly the best looking game. It looks pretty in parts, but the first thing people saw when it started, like, ooh, that looks like an Xbox One game. And, you know, it doesn't look next gen or current gen to me. And I know it's running on Unreal 5, and I know it's got flares here and there, a little bit shiny here, and a ray tracing. And it's been shown off as 60 FPS all the time. All the time.
Yep.
And it goes to show that Xbox, once again, does not give a shit about Xbox console gamers first, and we'll talk about how they treated Xbox console gamers basically, but this is just bad, man. Even the developers' logic was stupid. They were saying, oh yeah, but it's a first-person game, so it doesn't need to be 60 FPS. I was like, bro,
that's literally the reason why people say it needs. They'll say if it's a first-person game, and I don't agree with this statement, but a lot of people say if it's a first-person game, it needs to be 60 FPS. I've heard people say if it's third person, it doesn't need 60 FPS. This game has both. Well, that's another thing we got to get into. Yeah. The other thing he said was, well, I think that's what you said, that you don't need 60 FPS in a game like this because it's an RPG. That's the other thing you said.
Bro,
this is an RPG. It's a first-person game.
about?
You don't need 60 FPS. And Zocker, our friend Zocker, the toddler.
a friend? Zucker, you
he ain't here, is he? Right? Zocker said it so great because he finally spoke up against something on Twitter and said, "You get Xbox, you give everybody choice for everything. Why aren't you giving them choice on quality and performance?"
No, great point. Yeah, he actually came out of the woodworks to actually tweet about his emotions for once, and
came out of his World of Warcraft kit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bro, it's bad, man. Like, look, it's also worse for Xbox. Redfall 30 FPS, bloody Starfield 30 FPS, Hellblade 30 FPS. This Avowed. Come on, man, not Avowed. They're like, it's based on Unreal 5. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Have you seen what the game looks like? Oh, with Hellblade 2, I could forgive it. I told you, chat, I'll forgive Hellblade 2. It's filmic. Don't even need it. It's basically a movie. So, like, fine. even with Starfield, I said that volumetric lighting looks really taxing. It's this big open world.
Flight
I
Sim
can
was
understand
30.
it.
Flight Sim is 30 on Xbox.
I mean, Flight Sim is
And
beautiful, man.
I got to throw this one in. Forza Motorsport is 30 and 60. The fact that Forza Motorsport has a 30 mode, I know people might get mad if I say that,
It's not so bad.
but
Bro, I went to the Xbox store here in London, yeah? And it's the first time I've
Yeah.
seen Forza, and someone was playing on 30 on the big screen. I could tell instantly, but I was like, damn, it looks so good at 30. And I played it, the whole thing at 60. And obviously it looks amazing
Same.
even in that. But you have to try at 30, man. It's like, look, they gave you the option. I don't care. I will play it at 60. But Avowed at 30 is embarrassing. That's
here's
embarrassing.
the other burning stake is that we know. I mean, Obsidian already said. They basically said that after launch, it's going to get the 60 frames mode. And we already watched them do that to Redfall. Yesterday or the day before, Series S, the little crappy potato piece of garbage. Actually, it's an amazing console. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, Microsoft came
Series
to
S
hit you.
has a 60 FPS mode for Starfield. And you had a really good tweet too. You said, I can understand the volumetric lighting, the realistic lighting you get in Starfield being 30 FPS at launch. And what was the other game you mentioned?
Hellblade 2, because it's cinematic.
Hellblade 2.
Because the best looking
Yeah.
game in the world. Okay, fine, I can forgive it. It looks amazing. It looks like real life. But Avowed does not look that good. It has good flares here and there. It's improved over the period of time, but it's not exactly a stunner. And this game has been shown at 60, and now you're like excusing it because it's UE5. It looks so bad. If this was a PlayStation game, this would not be 30. They would have told them. They would have sent someone. We've said this so many times. It's just Microsoft, man. It's just Xbox. They just don't care. They just don't care. And they'll care less and less now that what they're doing. It's just shit. I'm sorry, but I just don't support it. Thank you to Simon Brandy with the £2 super chat. He goes, when's the Phil roast, guys? Phil Spencer roast, guys. Come on, Gaz. It's coming. I'm saving the best for last. So, before we go into the absolute...
Hold on. Magnum says, if 30 FPS bothers people, then go invest in a PC.
We will.
Like, yeah, I already have one, right? That's not the point. Like the promises that were laid out with this tech was that we shouldn't have to worry about 30 FPS. And
Aaron Greenberg's tweet. Tell him about Aaron Greenberg's tweet. The 60 is going to be the baseline. How is 60 going to be the baseline for all your games?
60 FPS will be the standard with some games going up to 120. That
for not
even
one...
Aaron Greenberg's tweet doesn't matter. The problem is the only ones having this problem for the most part are Xbox first-party studios.
Yep.
And I'm almost like wondering, Bethesda used to make games before they were bought by Xbox. Why are they a problem now that they're owned?
He's frozen again. Look, he's got jizz in his mouth.
Why is this a problem now? It almost feels like a curse. Like if you work for Xbox Studios, the leadership is saying, "What's the deal? Yeah, we're not sure if we're going to get it at 60." Am I still here? Did I freeze up?
Yeah. You're frozen for a bit, but you're back.
Okay. So the thing is, like, I feel like Xbox leadership is like checking in and saying, "Hey, Obsidian, how's the game coming?" They're like, "Everything's great. Everything's looking really good. We've made improvements, but we're not sure if we're going to hit 60 FPS." And Xbox is like, "Well, we gave you a delay. Can you hit it by then?" We're not sure. Oh, that's okay. Just go ahead and launch it at 30. We did it with Starfield. We did it at Hellblade. We did it with Redfall. It's fine. We'll deal with the PR outfall. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We just need to get the games to Game Pass.
Yeah, and that's basically the attitude. I'm sorry, but you want to blame Jason Ronald and the hardware team or whoever in the software team is just a fail. And I have no faith in Xbox. You want me to have faith in Xbox delivering something really nice with their next-gen console? You must be laughing. You must be joking, man. It's ridiculous. So I don't have much faith in the Xbox hardware team. Xbox in Power Stakes is a fail. I'm sorry, it was a fail. And I like some things about it, but I can't give it a benefit of the doubt for something it hasn't earned at all. So Avowed, let's see, maybe it might be 60 FPS at the end of the day. I hope it is. I think it better be, because otherwise anything else
I don't think it will. I don't think they would have said that if they were if they were confident that they
think
could
so
hit a
either.
60 FPS metric. So they're probably like, we need to err on that we're going to be at 30 until something drastically changes. And with Wukong, when you said like the Xbox hardware team, when maybe it's way too late, but in the summer at Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest, when Wukong was announced only on PlayStation, we were all like, why isn't Jason sending a team over there? Like, what do we need to do? Just across the enemy lines in China. Drop them in China.
China. they're not gonna do that. They don't care. And but what's
care.
happened? The future strategy means you won't get that kind of quality assurance. They don't have any quality control anyway. So it is what it is. That's just a slap in the face of Xbox fans, or console fans, I should say. But what can you do? It is what it is. So there is a lot to talk about, Colt, before we get into the big one, which is Indiana Jones, is what they showed off at Gamescom. And I feel lucky being an Xbox main today. I feel yucky being an Xbox main today, says Champagne Supernova. Less than no energy, basically. Champagne Supernova. I feel those feels. Shout out to 300 of you in this little tiny meager channel. We are very grateful. So let's talk about Gamescom, man. Gamescom had some pretty interesting announcements, man. A lot of them with the number 4. First one is Borderlands, bro. Borderlands 4. Are you interested in Borderlands 4?
I'm a huge Borderlands fan. It's hard to be excited knowing what they've done with 3. 3 was kind of crappy, and the movie is horrible, according to everybody.
What about that DLC that we played for a little bit? Oh, I played for a little bit. The little weird one.
The expansion, or what? It was a standalone. The Tiny Tina's was good.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland, whatever the hell it's called. Yeah.
I don't know. It was really good. So
Even I enjoyed it. I'm not a big Borderlands fan.
yeah, Borderlands 3 just had the writing was horrid. The characters were so grating.
Yeah.
It was hard to enjoy the game. Dealer and I played the game in most of it in co-op, and we both decided to turn down all character voiceovers halfway through the game. We played like 30 hours of the game with no character dialogue because they were just constantly yelling and trying to be funny. Nothing was funny. Nothing was good. Like Borderlands 2 is perfectly written by Ashley Birch from back in the day. Anyway, and her brother. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, if Borderlands looks cool then maybe I can get excited about it. But I guess they just showed a mask and just said Borderlands 4 is a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy for other people being excited. They also showed Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I don't know if you looked at the single player campaign multiplayer gameplay. It looked like
with all the Game Pass like plastered marketing all over it. It's amazing.
That's sarcasm, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't detect that. Bro, what is wrong with them? Like, is there something really stopping them from doing it? Or is Xbox actually just useless?
Well, yes.
And yes.
Which yes do you want? My opinion is that there is a concession that was made in the regulatory process that said that, yes, you can put Call of Duty on Game Pass while PlayStation still has marketing, but you can't plaster Game Pass marketing all over it. Just let it naturally run its course, and we'll go from there.
Microsoft, even your lawyers shit. Even your lawyers suck. After regulators,
their lawyers bent over just as hard as the rest of the team.
Do you know why? Because they didn't care. They didn't care. Microsoft did not care. They were like, "Look, we'll do the sales from PlayStation. We just want it." They're so, but the gameplay was shown off. Looked like Call of Duty, to be honest. I
think it'll be a good one. Last year's was the worst ever. I think this one's probably gonna be pretty
last
good.
year was the worst ever, but it was actually really good for Modern Warfare 2 fans. I actually really enjoyed it. I want to go back on it. But this one actually has some effort behind it instead of being a glorified Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 kind of remaster or map remaster. So I reckon Black Ops 2, even zombies looks good. You've got levels now, not that open world bollocks. And it just looks good. And multiplayer might be good. I'm actually really excited for Black. And they've got this new like movement they were showing off as well. Like it's really, I'm a movement guy. So like you jump, dive, go backwards and all this. Apparently it could be a thing if
it's going to be rage inducing in lobbies though.
You can see the try
When
hard.
some guy
Have you
like
seen the
runs,
tryhard-
does like a triple like back dive, and
and then he fires through his leg, and it's just like it's gonna be a try hard fest. A lot of casuals might be put off by that, but good. I like the controllers, bro. I bought this controller. I think I showed a game, sir. It's really
saw your foot.
yeah. And, it's,
Whoa! What is this?
It's a really nice controller, man. Because the Xbox need to be sued for the Elite controllers that keep breaking. So I needed one with paddles, and people said this is really cheap as well.
What brand is it?
It's GameSir. It's actually like I think it's Microsoft certified as well. GAMESI.
And it's wireless.
No, it's wired. That's the only thing. It's wired.
Yeah, you can't have wireless as a third-party controller, which is so dumb.
Yeah,
It's like a safe security protocol or some crap.
It's
Is it
really
nice,
good.
huh?
Bro, it's just it just does the job. I have quite small hands, so this kind of fits really well, and it's got
Yeah, I know.
really and this.
I was there.
Shut the fuck.
Oh, my Master Chief Edition controller. You bought one, didn't you? The green one from 2020.
Broken. Yep.
Yeah, the bumper stopped working.
Yep.
I'm gonna buy a pry tool and actually fix it.
I want to fix
that's
this. How much did I pay for this? I don't
What's
even know.
broken on yours?
The left bumper,
Yeah, my right bumper doesn't work.
and I had a little bit of thingy.
Yeah.
Bro, Microsoft, what are you doing?
Come on.
Useless,
That's
man.
such a good product, and then they just let that happen.
Useless. Oh shit. Well, I missed the super chat. We got Champagne Supernova with the Australian 5. Wukong's been out for days and no PlayStation 5 meta score. Bro, why Concord 65 meta and no hate campaign from the media like Starfield received? Hi Colt, sexy tart. Bro, Champagne, I agree with you. Bro, you would are you frozen? No, you're not. Bro, you would
No, I'm
expect.
just thinking.
Yeah, no, you would expect a lot more review. Come on, Champagne. I know what you're trying to say. Anyway, Call of
Hold
Duty
on, I have
Black
to go
Ops.
back to this. No PS5 score. Why Concord 65? Oh, I don't know. Sexy door.
Xbox tag. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was shown. Goat Simulator was amazing, bro. It blew my mind how incredible this is and made me realize that people like to play absolute shit. Actually, Goat Simulator is supposed to be a lot of fun. I haven't played it because it looks so dumb.
You have never played it?
I've never played Goat Simulator, man.
The kids and I have been playing that game forever, but to remaster it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
They have a second one out, and
Has
Yeah,
weird
anyway.
trailer, and then the woman who revealed it was just a bit cringe as well. The way she was
oh
like,
my gosh, when she said the goat of gaming, and
the goat of
if
gaming.
I was there,
Yeah.
if I was there, I would have went. Ah! when Fonz and I were at Summer Games Fest and the showcase, Fonz yelled stuff out so many times.
I love you, Fonz. I love you, Fonz, for doing that.
Fonz was like, too many games, and it got written in articles. And now where are those games, Fonz? Where are they, you sapsucker? You cursed us, you PC loser.
Oh man, yeah, because Fonz was there and he got caught up in the sauce, and it happens to all of us. And they're like, "Oh, I'm part of a movement." He was such a little softy, bro. I thought he was gonna color his hair purple when he came back. It was like,
He makes fun of me for like towing the line when it comes to stuff for Xbox. The next day he's wearing the Xbox jacket, the Xbox hat, the IGN t-shirt. He's got like all the adornments on. He's in the chat right now. He's got like Phil Spencer's watch, and he's like, "I'm bought and sold, baby." he was doing it on purpose. We were all laughing. He was he was wearing the IGN hat and everything.
Oh, IGN
was
hat,
hilarious.
Fonz, you're such a.
What did he call himself? He was shill gamer for like an entire day. He changed his handle on Twitter. Hilarious.
Oh man, it was good to see Fonz actually enjoy himself at that
It was
show.
amazing.
Bro, one game, bro. I'm a piece of shit for not starting games and not even finishing them. Dying Light with me and you was so much fun. I wish if we streamed that, and I've got it here. I've got a overlay. This is
Dead Island, you mean? Dead Island 2?
Yeah,
One last year?
yeah,
Game's awesome.
bro. I have I was just showing the 2-player overlay I have, and basically it enables us to play games together. I would love to do a stream, man, because that game is really good. But the Dying Light, the Beast DLC looks so much fun. Did you check this out? Did you see this? It looks good.
I thought it was a whole new game. I was like, this looks like something that, because Techland's amazing.
Yeah, I did a lot of support for their games.
Yeah, Dying Light, the Beast. Now, I'm pretty sure it's based off, it's an expansion for Dying Light 2, but they didn't say Dying Light 2, the Beast. So,
yeah,
whatever it is, it looks awesome.
It looks really good, man.
More gun-oriented and stuff. Yeah.
I'm going to get it up so I can actually show gameplay next time when I'm doing the stream. But yeah, man, that was crazy. Bro, this game, is going to be game of
You
the
hit 6,000 subs, by the way, thanks to, in the chat, Mason Games says, by the way, guys, you finally reached 6K subs just now.
I did?
Bro,
I got
play the music.
Oh, shit. We did it, chat. We're going to get lit. Yo. Thank you so much, chat. Really, really appreciate it, man. That's thank you so much for the support. 6K. Jeez.
Can I read Champagne Supernova's super?
Yeah.
He says, make this regular Dreamcast Gaz plus Colt Eastwood.
Bro, it's just natural. It's natural.
I turned down streaming with Jez today because I'm like, no, I'm with Gaz. This is where it's at.
Oh,
Hang out with Gaz, bro.
I can move you to just you. That's so cool.
Oh, that's not what people want.
That's so cool. Thank you so much,
Mike
chat.
CJ.
Thank you so much.
6,000, bro.
6,000. Where's Huggy? I hear this song. I think I'm Huggy.
Good morning, Buster.
Good morning, Buster. Oh my God! I wish to bring
By
that video.
emergence, you bastard.
By emergence. Where's the book? Where's the book? Huggy's book. Oh man, what a legend.
Oh shoot! Look who's in the chat.
He was in the chat.
We got our bro Black Viking in the chat.
Black
Longhouse
Viking.
Gaming Podcast.
What's up? What's up, big?
Read it up.
He goes, you get more games, but you got to pay for them. Just doesn't have the same oomph when it comes to console wars. Bro, I've seen this so much. I'm like, oh, well done, ponies. Ponies for paying for Game Pass. Bro, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. The ponies. And I was like, bro, I'm not... I can throw a couple of lines out there. Thank you for making Game Pass sustainable. That's fine. But using that as your primary weapon in the console war is not the one, bro. It's not console wars, man. It's platform wars now. I don't like it. But the ponies. It's just, they won. The ponies won. And I hate that. I hate that. Shit. Microsoft had everything in their... We'll talk about it in a bit. Well, there's a whole rage-inducing rant that I need to have. By the way, they showed off a potential game of the year, and that was Infinity Nikki. My God, this game, Nikki, Infinity Nikki. And I was, I commented on Jeff Keighley's post. I'm like,
You got props from the studio.
From the studios, like, we would be honored if you attended our playtest. I'm like, yeah, okay. If they ever see the clip of me and you just laughing our asses off at what the hell is that game, bro?
They didn't even bother to check the FBI list before they invited you, like full tilt.
Yo,
what was your tweet? You said like, "This is exactly what PlayStation fans have asked for," or something.
Yeah,
and they're like, "We'd love to have you.
We're really honored to have you." Ew. That's how I look at Colt. Look, what's he doing with his hands? Oh, he's back. Colt's back.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's Discord because you were frozen and I was moving. Yeah, they're like, ew.
bro, they was just. I laughed about it. I was almost tempted to take up their offer, but I don't want to. And then everyone's like, the ponies. The ponies were basically. He's frozen.
Accent.
Wait, what? Are you froze again?
When you do like the Japanese anime girl character voice.
Oh yeah,
And then the guys are always like, well, you're no worse for wear. And then the girl's like, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, it's like, that's basically anime summed up. That's what I see.
It really is. Then your mom walks in, you're like, don't come in.
It's a picture of Colt Eastwood on the screen. Oh man!
Oh my gosh,
bro! They actually invited me, bro. I comment. I said on behalf of the PlayStation community, please give us more games like this. I feel
That's
bad
what it
for
was.
them. The ponies. I was like, oh, this game's gonna sell more than freaking Redfall. I'm like, I don't care. The reason we're making fun of this,
I mean,
bro,
who wouldn't?
Yeah, but it's not for us. Are you gonna buy ponies? Are you gonna buy? Actually, you will. Who am I kidding, bro? This is your perfect little hentai game. So,
With the cat, with the camera.
oh, bro, the way the cat comes, the camera just killed us, man. That's how I
Fonz
remember.
goes, what kind of anime are you watching?
The good kind. Bro, that's every anime, man. It's every anime. It's weird.
Oh my gosh.
If you watch anime, yeah, there's something about, like, but their brothers, the chicks always love their brothers. It's like really weird. It's like, what the hell? Onisha! And I'm like, this is a bit weird. Is it blood brothers? Step brothers? Not even, is it Onisha? And I'm like, okay. Time to get the tissues out. No, bro. Man, I made a mess.
I can't do it. Oh my gosh, I can't do it.
Bro, man.
I can't do it. Just when I was a kid, like when that stuff was on TV, I was like, what in the, like just as a kid, I'm like, what the hell?
Bro, I love
like,
anime. Don't. Anime is sick, yeah. Anime is sick. It can be weird. But it's sick. Don't
Yeah. Best freaking illustrators ever, and best animators ever. Absolutely.
Bro.
Their stuff looks so cool, like when the action stuff.
Yeah, the old stuff was better though for some reason. This next game is quite. I want to play it, and I know you want to play it, even though it doesn't look that great. And that's what game do you think I'm talking about?
We both want to play it, even though it doesn't look that great.
No, well, a lot. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay. It looks like, but it's a game that me and you.
Oh yeah, Dune Awakening. Yeah, I was kind of excited. I was kind of excited about some stuff, but then I'm like, well, it does kind of look kind of bland. Some stuff looks like it could be really slow, but I was kind of caught up in the Dune vibe, and I thought maybe this world, and it's the Conan Exiles studio, and people who love that game really love it. So I thought maybe there's something magical there. Maybe it's something, I don't know. We'll see. But you explained it perfectly.
Oh no, it's Alex made a great point, which is quite rare for him. I'm just kidding, Alex. No, but he's got some weird gaming takes, man. I swear to God, he does it on purpose. But he had a great point. Is like, you could have given us a Mass Effect MMO with Dune, and you gave us this. But the reason why he says that, Colt, is
you gave us Power World. On Arrakis is what he said.
Yeah, Power on Arrakis. Basically, because there's so much lore and so much madness with Dune. You've got the different houses. If you play Dune Spice Wars, you'll see the different lands are at, the different houses, the politics involved in that, and, space travel. You could have done so much. But it is what it is. I will still play Dune, and I'll play it with you.
Some of the combat actually looks kind of cool, which was a relief. Some of the third-person stuff looked all right.
The gun stuff kind of is a bit weird for me, because Dune is all about, I mean, there are guns in Dune, and Dune 2 showed you that, but a lot of the combat is more because of the lore is that they have shields. But you have to make it fun as a game. Anyway, I'll play it. I will play it, and I'm quite interested, and I love Dune. I'm a massive Dune fanboy. If you never heard me talk about it, but yeah. RDX Son of Fair, good to see you, bro. Yeah, thank you for the Canadian 279. He goes, glad to be here, my RDX boys, as Xbox dies. We ride together, we die together. So that's Dune Awakening. This other game, I don't know if you like this, but I enjoyed it. I completed Monster Hunter World with my friend Jim. It was a great game, and Monster Hunter Wilds looks, well, I say it looks amazing. It does look amazing on a PC, which is basically where they're showing off the gameplay because it looks like ass, straight ass on what is the freaking PlayStation version and Xbox version, no doubt. 30 FPS confirmed, I'm pretty sure, and it looks really bad compared to what the... Bro, let me be honest. PlayStation, yeah, with the PS5 Pro is coming at a great time. Great time. Because these consoles are like aging. And Xbox not having a mid-gen console?
Well, yes, and I've been telling people that the life cycle for consoles should really just be 4 years. We should get a new console come out 4 years, and if they want to put games on the other ones, you can. But I think that hardware, that's about as long as it has. And I think PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X did quite some cool miracles for people that adopted the new console. So I know people hate it, but I would posture this to you.
Posture away.
There was a new console every 4 years.
Yeah.
If you live in the U.S., like under U.S. dollars, like if you pay $500 for an Xbox, and then 4 years later, that Xbox is probably worth $300 for trade-in or on the second market, right? Secondhand market. So like if you could just turn in your console for $300 3 years later, spend $200 to get a new one. I don't know. It's kind of a hassle, but PC gamers are doing it every 5 years. Nobody can sit here and tell me that they build a beast PC and then they run it for 8 years. I know that you're probably just better off after 5-6 years saying, all right, time for a new PC, because that's just how it is. And it's the right thing to do if you want to like always have a really great system that's keeping up with games. So yeah, that's my long way of saying you need a mid-gen refresh or a new console every 4 years. I know people hate to hear it, but that's how I feel.
Well, mid-gen consoles last gen were just kind of trying to capitalize on the 4K craze, 4K TV craze. This time, PlayStation 5 Pro is coming in at a really good time where there's actually a lot of an appetite now with console gamers who've had a taste of 60 FPS more thoroughly and want to have that experience. So I might actually get a PS5 Pro, man, because I'll get a great PlayStation.
Well, you don't even have a PS5. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. But I'll also get a beast PC, so that way I'm not missing out on anything. So I think the PS5 Pro... You know what, Colt? I have a feeling... last time I had a feeling about PlayStation, I got absolutely mugged. I was going to say, I had a feeling that the PlayStation Showcase event will be really good. I think they could really smash out, because they can't just show off a console and no games. They'll show off that roadmap that's been missing for ages. So I hope they do. I actually genuinely do. It's not like Xbox is bringing in the competition. If they can reveal the next-gen console, whatever the name or crap, whatever, that's fine. But ultimately, PC is where you want to go if you want the Xbox experiences, the definitive ones, if you're willing to spend the money and also like PC gaming, like me. I'm going back to PC. But the PS5 Pro, in terms of consoles and Nintendo, are the only place I think I'll be interested. I will be interested in buying the handheld, though, the Xbox handheld. But I'm kind of deflated with the Xbox hardware. I'll be honest. I will always buy it because I'm an enthusiast, but I'm just like, meh, I'll get a PC. And that's like saying 90% of my time now this gen is playing on Xbox. RDX Son of Fet, thank you so much. He goes, I feel like we're all headed to Xbox Valhalla. I think the reality of this, we'll actually go on to that. I'm sorry, we naturally keep going to this point because it's such a big point. So I'll double back on it when we'll talk about Indiana Jones. I want to talk. This is my most favorite game of the show, and that is something you won't guess. You won't be able to guess. You had 3 guesses, Colt. And it's
your favorite game at the show?
Yeah. Chat, guess my favorite game of the show.
I thought you were going to start talking about this one game, and then you said my favorite game of the show.
Yeah. What game is my... No. Not Mafia.
Mecha Breaker?
How did you got that in one?
Yeah.
You got that in one?
Because you freaking loved Armored Core 6. You were like in gamer heaven, and then this one's kind of more stylized and kind of more
Zone of Enders
cartoony?
Meets Gundam meets Armored Core. Yeah, it's very hot.
Yeah, it's like the Gaz Ordeal, bro.
Multiplayer beast. Yeah, man. Mecha Break is sick. Mecha Break looks amazing, man. I'm really excited about this game. I think it's gonna be like, it kind of reminds me.
When's it come out?
I think it's next year, chat, isn't it? I don't know exactly when, but it's 2025, and it looks amazing, man. And bro, the game reminds me also of not just Armored Core, but the kind of experiences we used to get, back in the PS2 days. But Zone of Enders, I really liked. I know not everyone is a big mech fan. I know Fonz doesn't really like mechs. I'm a huge mech fan. Not just like a mech fan like that. Don't call myself a mech fan, but I have an affinity with cool little mech designs, clearly, because I used to love Transformers as a kid. But this looks amazing, man. It just looks really good. Actually, really good gameplay wise. By the way, Phil Spencer tweeted a picture with him and the Mecha Break guy, and the comment section was just fire. Phil Spencer, get lost. You killed gaming. You killed Xbox. You killed Xbox. Bro, Phil Spencer is not the hero anymore. He is getting murked 24/7 on socials.
What happened to your video, Phil Spencer Saved Gaming?
Bro, Phil Spencer saved gaming. Without him, Xbox wouldn't exist. And then now he lives long enough to become a villain. Now he's the bad. And I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there too. I'm so lame. I'm so gay.
Where are you gay?
You are gay. I don't know.
I mean, I am, so whatever.
For me. Just like...
We're sitting together in your studio pinching each other's boob. I mean, what's going to happen?
My missus like, should I be worried? Should I be worried?
It's like the classic meme. I wonder if he's cheating on me, and then it's like me with the boys, and they're like doing a dance number together in their apartment. Yeah, that's how life is.
She was calling me. Every time she called me, and I'd reject this, and I'll call you back. The pre-saved message on WhatsApp. You're like, you're talking to Colt.
The worst.
Oh man, I bet you.
Anyway,
yeah,
I do. I get it from my wife all the time. Yeah.
The second biggest thing of the show that I got really excited for, and this is gonna make me sound like a fraud, wasn't even a game at all. Do you know?
No.
It is amazing.
Was it the Save the Planet Eco Green commercial?
Shut the that thing's so
it wasn't even a game at all.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Eskil knows.
Okay, what were you excited about?
Abdel does not know. It was called it's called Secret Level. Yeah, A2 got it. Booth Babes, are they back? Secret Level, Leo got it as well. Secret Level is incredible, man.
What is it?
You people need to watch, and you'll like it as well, Cole. Go on Netflix and watch Love, Death, Robots. It's a series, very short, like 10-minute episodes. Basically, what this studio does has different studios go out and make these like 10 minutes or maybe even 8 minutes short videos using like 3D rendering, like really cool techniques. So you'll have all these diverse stories being told in very different styles. And Love, Death, Robots, I think it has 2 seasons of these. And they're, bro, when you watch them, you'll be like, yes, did you see that one? It looks so cool because the graphics look amazing. So if you like 3D graphics and CGI, you'll really like this. Some are weird, some are really whimsical, but this is so crazy. The same people behind Love, Death, Robots are making this TV show called Secret Level, which amalgamates everything from the Outer Worlds characters mixed with Ghost of Tsushima, Sifu, Unreal Tournament, Armored Core, and all sorts.
Like all your favorite stuff.
Bro, I know, man. Like, it's like, holy shit. If you gave me a list of things I would want, I would give you that list. And then there's such an obscure list, and that's gonna be it. Oh, it's just gonna be so good. So trust me, I vouch for that studio. They are really good. This is gonna be amazing. People like Animatrix. Do you remember? Did you ever watch Animatrix?
No.
I thought that was better than freaking the Matrix movies. They're like, again, a group of Japanese, I think, animators, different studios. They produced this incredible series of anime shorts to complement the Matrix 2's release. And it was so cool, man. So cool. Some of the best part of Matrix is the Animatrix series. Really, really good. Seafood is good. It's not seafood. It's SIFU, man.
You love Sifu.
Yeah,
Played
Sifu's
that
really
for
good.
ages.
I love Sifu, man. Sifu is just a beautiful game. Incredible game. I need to finish Diablo 4, but Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred looked good. I saw a lot of Diablo fans be excited for that. And it's good because Xbox Game Pass is one of those success stories, really, metrically, for Xbox Game Pass, where the most people playing Diablo 4, which is a big IP, are on Game Pass, through Game Pass. It's just a very interesting thing. Are you completed Diablo 4 or not?
No, I played it like 6 hours, and I'm like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone.
yeah,
But-
it's not for me.
You have been ranting on about Mafia so much just before this was revealed. And Mafia, the old country, and I've never played the Mafia games, came out. Are you
they're-
excited?
They're really great. They're really focused. You feel like you're supposed to be playing a Grand Theft Auto game that doesn't do anything. Like you have this little city or town you're in,
Yeah.
and you can't really do anything in the open world other than some chases. But it does what it does really well. It tells us a mafia story, and it's
I might
got
play it,
I don't know. You
man.
drive from point to point. It's got third-person cover shooting in the mafia games. I really like all three of them. I played them all. So
Okay.
yeah, having another one's going to be a big deal, and I think all three mafia games have done pretty good. The third one has done the worst, but it's one of my favorites.
A lot
It's
of
kind
people
a
were
special
hyped
game.
about it. Very happy about Mafia. Especially
Yeah,
Nick
it's a
got
good
it
series.
right as well. He leaked that shit ages ago.
They nail the Italian mobster lifestyle, and they make you feel like what it's like to be loyal and to maybe you betray people, and yeah, it's pretty intense.
You know
And the games look really good too. So
Yeah.
Mafia's good. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I missed a lot of this Gamescom stuff you're talking about because I was my
holiday.
family was getting ready that morning when the thing was live. I was on my phone kind of watching it while we were getting ready, and then we went out and hung out at the beach and stuff. So I
Yeah.
missed a lot. So
Yeah, so did
Mafia,
I.
cool.
I found out the next thing whilst I was at the gym because I had to go to the gym. And it was pretty crazy. And I will let Champagne Supernova's super chat lead into that discussion. He goes, the one more thing moment. If you watch ONL again, you can see the exact moment Jeff nuts onto his Giuseppe's when he says, coming to PlayStation 5. Thank you for bro. Throughout the whole thing, he doesn't even hide it anymore. Every time
he doesn't.
Jeff Keighley, every time you're talking about Xbox, he's like, so for Xbox, PlayStation,
and it's coming to Genshin Impact. Hold on. Genshin Impact is one of the most popular games. It's in the upper echelon of the most popular games in the world with Roblox and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. What is he doing? Look at him. Look at.
With the extra content, right?
Mm-hmm.
A $10 worth of content. This is a big announcement that Genshin Impact's finally coming to Xbox, and he goes, and it's coming to Xbox next month. All right, our next thing, right?
Yeah, bro.
Now I want to say something because I took a lot of shiz last June
Oh yeah.
because the things I said about Jeff Keighley. And now I watched this past week the entire internet blast Jeff Keighley for being a jerk, for being stuck up, for having an attitude problem, for having a chip on his shoulder, for being super biased. Oh no, it's Alex did a really great video bashing him, and I looked at his chat. Everyone was like on board with how Jeff Keighley's a real a-hole. And when I said, he was like to me, the online persona is the same as real thing, huh? Took his drink and wouldn't look at me. I'm like, you can't even be a normal person. Like, we're not on Twitter right now. I'm not Dreamcast guy.
Wait,
Just
what did
be
he
a
say?
normal, nice person.
What did he say?
He was like, he had his like little wine glass because his face is all get out, right? And he's
Yeah.
like, so the online persona matches the real person, huh? And then he kind of looks away and took his drink and wouldn't look at me. But I was like, hey, really great show.
Jeff Keighley
I like
said
the
that to
co-host.
you. Jeff Keighley
I
said that to you.
Yes, I said.
Oh,
Really great show. I like that you had a co-host, but I like watching you present all the games. I want to see more of you on the stage. And then he just looked down at my name tag and realized Colt Eastwood, and he's like, online persona and matches the real person, huh? And they took a drink and looked away, and I'm like, what the fudge is your? I want to say, I was so like shocked. I'm like,
what?
How can you be? I am literally invited to the same event that you are. Xbox invited you. I am invited here. Like, you can at least be a normal, decent human being.
Yo, that is.
And like, what does he have on me, Gaz? What does he have on me that I took a dead person and put it in Photoshop? Like, is that what he has on me? I couldn't believe it. I'm like, he must think I'm like, what does he think? It was
the way you delivered that was just mad, bro. Yo, there's a lot of information.
The problem is, I've liked Jeff Keighley for years. Someone was like, well, of course you did that. You've done nothing but harass the guy. I'm like, no. I sat on RDX every time they bashed it. I'm like, what are you guys bashing this guy?
Bro,
he's reviving E3. He's actually giving a platform for us to see games be revealed. He's the only one who's stepping up the plate. Yes, he's making tons of money for it, but if it wasn't for Jeff Keighley, we wouldn't have the awards show. We wouldn't have this continuation of what we get to celebrate. And I've been a fan of him since he was with Game Trailers. And then he was like, no. And I was like, now everyone knows. Yeah, Jeff Keighley is not a nice person.
Oh my gosh.
They're going to clip this, and the ponies are going to, because they're so stupid. The ponies are so stupid. They're so brain dead. When I was talking about Wukong missing Xbox, some guys were like, "You gonna have the same energy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, if it's Xbox, do you have the same energy?" Yes, I would have the same energy. What? Well, I would make fun of one of the other sides, no matter what. I made fun of Xbox. I'll make fun of PlayStation. Some guy shows a string of Power World things where I was bragging about how Power World was the biggest thing that's only on Xbox.
It's like,
and like, this you? I'm like, yes, that's me, you dipshiz. You're literally proving my point that I'll have the same energy. And they're like, bro, roasted, exposed. Their brain cells are, you could take their brain cells and line them up end to end, and it still wouldn't surpass the size of their wiener. I can't believe how dumb people are on the internet.
It's either they have a very small brain or a very big penis. Both small. What Colt's referring to? There's Colt. That was
I'm
epic.
having fun, sorry.
That was an epic rant. A lot to process there. What you've just told us. So Jeff Keighley, basically, the online persona matches the person. Jeff Keighley, you look pregnant, bro. You're sitting there making Giuseppe's. You look, bro.
So what? I have a big gut too, bro, man. Like
I told you. You know, we had a go once, yeah, when Colt was in a Spaces with Jeff Keighley, and me and Dealer, we're like, bro, he's a dickhead. Why are you chatting to him? He's such a prick. And now you know. Now you know.
He was cool to me then.
Bro,
he was cool to me then.
He is the kind of person who will use you and then just be fake in real life. That's what he is. And everyone knows it. When E3's corpse wasn't even dead, brother, he was there just... Summer Games Fest, and this guy is such, bro, people like him are habitual cocksuckers, man. But
you guys look at that, you guys always look at that as a bad thing. Yes, Jeff came and swooped up and picked up the corpse and stood on it, right? But I think of the end result. Yes, he's making tons of money, and he's done some things that'd be advantageous for him to make more money. But I like that there's a platform. I like that developers are like, hey, we can show our stuff here. He's charging way too much money.
Though. No, but I get it. But ultimately,
people know it now. But
bro,
when I said it in June, it was like, how dare you?
If he said that to me in person, I'd be like, go suck your mom, bro. Who are you talking to, bro? Change your shoes.
I couldn't believe that. Like, there's always there's the online. I mean, he literally contradicted himself. There's the online thing, like where you're like, oh,
I did not know this, by the way, chat. I did not know this.
Like, I would razz Nick Marseille to no end, and he does the same to me. But when we got on a show together, he's just a regular person, and we rapped back and forth and had a good time on your show because I'm a normal, decent person. And the same thing with Dreamcast guy. I had him on my show. People are so mad. He was a really good guy on my show because sometimes people get into a certain situation where their real, true self comes out where they're like, you know, I'm not really that bad, right? Now, there's exceptions, and I've been a jerk many, many times. But for him to say that, like right in front of my face, like, I'm going to burn this guy right in front of him and dismiss him so I don't have to talk to him. I'm like, bro, you talk to Tim Dog like every other day. It's crazy. And I just thought, why can't you just be a normal, decent person? Like, if I saw somebody, and I did see
everyone
people,
has to like everyone, though, Colt. I will say that.
No, they don't. But
like, does everyone have to like you, Colt? You just love to be loved by everyone.
Now, I made a sarcastic comment in June where I said, like, you know, something that sounded like the state should be nice to me or people should be nice to me for who I am. But I was joking, of course. But no, it's just like I saw a couple people that I'm like, oh, I saw a content creator that I've heard people talk smack about, and they're like, we don't like that guy or whatever. And I went over and talked to him. He's amazing. Now every year we talk. The guy's so cool. He's so nice. People need to learn that the way people act online doesn't mean that's how they really are in real life. But you know, I should be nicer more times too. When I'm online.
Not everyone's gonna like you, man. Bro, I'm the kind of person that if I think someone's a prick and I ever go see them, I will tell them to their face, oh yeah, you're a dickhead. Don't say hi to me.
Will you really? Like you've said that,
done
right?
it so many times in my life that's happened, bro. Like, would you want me to say, bro, if I met some of these people I have beef with, like genuine beef with, I'll tell them to their face. I'm like, if they came up to me, I'm not going to go the way, hey, you're a dick. If they come up to me and go, hey, Gaz, being fake, knowing all the shit that we back and forth, I'll be like, why are you saying hi to me, bro? Get the piss off out of here, man. What do you want from me?
The other problem is people think they know who someone is based off of everyone else's crap talk, right?
Bro, but also the online persona
that's a
is
major problem.
Different. Like John from Xbox Era, when he met me, he goes, oh, Gaz, you're actually really nice. I'm like, what? Why did you think I was a dick? Why did you say that? Why are you surprised?
I would never. If someone said that Gaz guy's a jerk, I would say, where are you getting that from?
Bro,
you're always laughing.
No, but
I don't know.
Look, I can understand why people wouldn't like me. I can be abrasive and whatnot. People don't get you as well. So you build a profile of people. So and I've been there. I've built a profile of people. I met them in real life. And you know what? He's actually really cool. So yeah, look, it happens, man. But Jeff Keighley, I've always known he's a melt. The way he conducts himself in his business affairs is how I know.
He was hurting that day too, though. He was. You're like, Colt. People are like, Colt, why didn't you say something? Like, I was like, seriously?
Because he got a D.
Like, I was standing there going.
He was probably looking at the poll as like, how was game show? It's like D.
Bro, it was literally happening that hour. Yeah, he was getting murked for Summer Games Fest. And he went up to Snowbike Mike after he talked to me, and he's like, really? A 6 out of 10, Mike? Really? And Snowbike Mike's like, oh, I love you, Jeff. I just needed some improvement. Jeff turned around and walked off on him.
Oh,
so he told that story, but my story didn't count. Like, Snowbike Mike's the nicest guy on the planet.
Yeah, he's short.
He was just giving constructive criticism, which is way better than what I did.
Jeff Keighley is the kind of person that won't piss on someone if they're on fire because he thinks.
I don't know about that.
I think he's like that. I can read him.
I think he was just down bad, and he took it out on me and Snowbike Mike and some other people that day.
That's how you judge a good people, man. If you're the lowest, and how they treat other people is such an instrumental thing to me.
Bro, that's when you want a hug, or you want to talk to somebody and like have laughs with friends when you're at your low point. This guy he spent all this time and money and energy on the show. It completely bombed. Xbox smoked him at the showcase. So I don't know.
Bro, it's Whatever. Like if you're having a bad time, you look at the people around you and it humbles you. If you think like a big G, you've got your Giuseppe's on looking like a pregnant man on stage and it doesn't do that well. And you're like, okay, let me confide in the people around me who are being nice to me. But if you're taking out your anger on them, maybe it's standard dickhead maneuvers, man. But I've never met him. You might surprise me. I doubt it. And I'll tell him to his face. Like just how I would tell Jason Schreier to his face. I'd pray I meet Jason Schreier just to troll him. But that's freaking Colt Eastwood's venting.
I've seen Jason Schreier twice in person, and I so bad wanted to go up and get a selfie with him just to send it to you. And people may think they know like what kind of person I am. I couldn't do it, guys. I didn't want to go up to him and do that, and I also didn't want to do it even in private bad faith. Like, hey, can I get a picture? It would have been just like that, and I would have walked off. But then sending it to you, like, I couldn't do it. It's just it was lowball. I was like, well, I just rather not meet him because I don't really care for the guy. Yeah. I'll just leave him alone. And if he came up and said, hey, how you doing? I would have been just normal because we're human beings. Like, we're not video game characters.
I just want to go up to
normal human beings.
I just want to go up to him and go blocked. And just walked away, and then do a little, and then just roll on the floor like the Volus does in Mass Effect 3. Blocked.
The the weird thing is, like, when you're at LA for Showcase and all the E3 ish stuff is going on around you, it is 98% smiles, handshakes, hugs. What are you excited about? That was so amazing that I saw. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome to meet you in person. And then to have him have that moment, I'm like, where are you, bro? Like, you should want people on your side. You should be nice to people. Like, hey, what can I learn from this? Or just be nice enough to like learn from it and move on, instead of like, I'll just like shun some people, or I'm going to call out Snowbike Mike or whatever. It's dumb.
I've titled this part of the timestamp Colt Rant. So
I'm sorry, let's move on. Wait, what brought that up? You're
That's a Champagne Supernova. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. He was talking about Giuseppe's and Jeff Keighley. And his reaction to Xbox, and it was so funny. He's like, Xbox, PlayStation, Xbox, PlayStation, Xbox, PlayStation. So I'm at the gym, and freaking Nick Marseille, this bastardo sends me this voice note. If I can find it, where is it? Nick Marseille. Where? Oh, I've got two Nicks now. I've got Nick from Xbox Era on my phone. That's brilliant. Now I've just typed in knock. Stupid fat fingers. Nick Marseille. I think he sent me this. Where's it?
It's impossible to use your phone when you're live.
Yeah, it is. Just a lot of pictures of bold memes and stuff. No, listen to him, bro. It's just, you won't because you're a console peasant. You won't because you're a console peasant.
Oh.
You won't because you're a console peasant. Yeah. But he was like, da 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 da. Oh no, whatever the Indiana Jones theme is, and he played it, and I was like, oh, what? Oh, is it confirmed? I'm like, here. Anyway, I find out that not only is Indiana Jones confirmed for PlayStation, the way it was revealed was disgusting. By the way, chat, didn't I tell you last week it was going to be Indiana Jones? Yeah. But it's only because Colt told me. But, bro, the audacity, and this to me is a reflection of the fact that Xbox has waved the white flag. It doesn't care. Phil Spencer, I know for a fact you don't like Jeff Keighley, so don't even pretend. Anyway, he goes there and enables...
What if I told you? Move on.
But then on top of that, so Xbox, first of all, Indiana Jones, revealed December 9th, which is great, amazing. You have so many first-party games that you're struggling to find places to fit them, and boom, right at the opposite end of the year, you got Head of Hellblade, and you got thinking, bro, next year, let's see if Xbox gets that a quarter.
Hold on. The December Indiana Jones release date bothers me.
Why? Why does it bother you?
Because I think it's a time to put your game out when you're like,
maybe they're banking on the Christmas sales.
We don't have the I can't say holiday because the world's different, but you don't have the holiday Black Friday blockbuster season. Like, it's already done. You're in December, which is kind of like, December is like the July or August of video gaming. And I would say that's my personal opinion, that probably other people would probably agree with.
Maybe it might be tactical though, because Call of Duty is such a big force and it comes out in October. And then December, you can there's a classic.
But what's November? Here, I'll look. I have like the big list of like the important releases. Like, they didn't want to put it in November, probably because it's not quite ready, but November would be Stalker 2 is middle of November. AC Shadows is middle of November. Flight Sim's middle of November. Why the fudge didn't you put Flight Sim in December and Indiana Jones in November 19th?
Well, Assassin's Creed is quite big. I think December is actually maybe a good one, because there is like this kind of classic feel with Indiana Jones, and there's a Christmassy kind of closer to Christmas than
Somebody else just said that.
What?
Really? I've never heard this before.
Someone said that?
Yeah, someone just wrote that before you said it. Or right when you were saying it. Yeah, I've never...
Oh, I don't know. I don't see it in chat. Oh no, look, I don't agree. Indiana Jones on TV Christmas is a proper Christmas franchise in my opinion. Oh yeah, MKD fans said the same thing. Yeah, so that's even I associate. I didn't even know that they show it every December, but I also kind of associate with a Christmas flavor. So I think that is the only thing I would say. It's fine. It just means that I'm just saying Xbox needs to release a lot more to fill out the entirety of the year, not like this. But December the 9th. But the shocker, you're on stage on Jeff Keighley's as your one more thing, and you give this absolute scrote the opportunity to reveal it's coming to PlayStation. Like, boom, it's coming to PlayStation. And that face lights up. It's like, yo, what the hell? Xbox, you have no shame. They have no shame. They have given up the console war. Chat, please believe me.
Agree.
You guys, bruv, are you telling me they have not given up the console war?
No, yes, they have. But I don't agree. I think a lot of people are looking at the reveal incorrectly. And this is why. And everyone, including me, kind of hate this reason. Announcing that Indiana Jones, that big game, announcing that that's coming to PlayStation, no matter when it's coming. Announcing the words Indiana Jones is coming to PlayStation is a bigger reveal moment and marketing moment for the sales of the game than the release date for Xbox.
Thank you for confirming everything I said about Xbox has no shame. No faith in its platform.
I think
no
they
faith
weren't.
that they care about sales. PlayStation, Xbox so desperate that their peak marketing strategy relies on announcing its game, not on its console, which is not seeing any sales, but on the competitor's console. And that means they want to make that.
What a way to say you don't need an Xbox and you don't need Game Pass, because we got you covered if you just want to wait.
Disgraceful. Xbox has no shame. Xbox has given up. Chat, this is why they gave the ABK concessions. This is why they didn't care. And this is why Phil Spencer lied to you. This is where the whole lie says, I remember your community noted by Tom Warren was like...
That's my first community note, bro. My very first one.
I've dodged some.
And it's bollocks.
Even though the POTUS, it's bollocks, man. Because people don't understand. They're like, just 4 games? And they're like, yeah, but they weren't talking... It's not Indiana Jones or Starfield. You idiots, man. Do you not understand what we're getting at when he says it? Go play the clip again. Hey, yo, it's not Indiana Jones and it's not Starfield. Basically suggesting, implying that none of that is actually coming. Not saying that. And then he lies in there. It's like, just 4 games, nothing else. Don't see this as any signal that we're bringing more games. We're not.
He's like, can you repeat the question right now? Right now, what games? Yeah, it's not Indiana Jones and Starfield.
Yeah.
Knowing full well when Phil sat there in January or February of 2024 and said, what's that? Oh yeah, it's not Indiana Jones and Starfield, knowing full well that they had planned to make Indiana Jones a timed exclusive. He's like, well, you didn't ask me when, you didn't ask me, and my tweet was, that's the biggest fingers crossed behind the back moment. And Tom Warren was like, well, actually, I love Tom Warren. But he's like, actually, he quote tweets me and ratios me into oblivion. He was only talking about those 4 games. Like, come on, Tom.
That's not the whole point about
it.
And then
then he follows up that statement. Phil Spencer goes, no, it's not Indiana Jones and Starfield. And he does that like that cheerleader girl, like that confident thing. And he goes, yeah, it's not that. And then he goes, but we don't want this to be a signal of things to come for Xbox, which in my opinion means we're not going to be putting a bunch of our big games on PlayStation.
Bro, don't use a signal, but he says, so don't expect the other games. Phil, why are you lying to everyone? While you said that, I know Hellblade 2 is being worked. Why the fuck you lying? You're always lying. Oh my God. Song. Stop lying. And he's taken over Jim Ryan as the biggest liar, man. Bro, that is such a sacrilegious lie. And I knew he was lying. That's why I made the video on this channel. He's lying to your face. Phil, good guy Phil, lied to you. And that's what they're doing. They're just buying time. This whole exclusivity thing is
some things have made major changes since that business update. But I think the intentions, like, I think even if Phil was like, I really don't want to put Indiana Jones on PlayStation, like that's really going to be a bad thing we have to deal with. I think he knew that was barreling down the door and he had to deal with it. So yeah, I really think it was a cross your fingers behind your back. My first community note, I'm pretty proud of it.
Bro, I don't think it's deserved.
After all the lies I've told, just one.
Bro, did deserve that one because I understood where you're coming from, and this is the thing. This is even Phil Spencer's silver tongue is
it's a joke. I mean, it's clearly a joke. Like it's clearly a tongue-in-cheek satirical tweet. Like this is, no, it's not Indiana Jones' Starfield, but that's going to be exactly a year from now. It's like kind of weird.
Exactly. That means that the community notes are actually not getting the gist of what's right there. So, but ultimately, what this means is Microsoft has waved the white flag in the console war space. It goes to show, and his bullshit reasoning. Let me read out, because then he went on Gamescom, and it pissed me off even more because I knew for a fact that this guy would just absolutely gargle absolute bollocks as an answer out when they're asked about Indiana Jones. Let me read it out. And people, you guys say you're being I'm telling you the truth, man. It's so obvious there. And I hate Xbox apologists so much now, and I know I'm going to lose viewership and we'll lose subs, all of that. I don't care. I despise Xbox apologists. I've made my you're going to get
I've made my excuses for Xbox many times over the years, and it's led to Xbox taking an inch and getting a mile out of it, because I'm not the only one who makes those excuses, and it runs across like the community, and then Xbox kind of runs over their fans thinking, they're used to it. And
that's
more.
What they do. No more. No, absolutely, man. No, because
MKD fan says it perfectly. I used to defend Xbox, but it's impossible. Yeah, I mean, it's like this week was like, are you serious? But they're still apologizing. Yes.
Bro, it is ridiculous, man. Look, bro, his bullshit non-answer. The same thing with the Tango Gameworks with Sarah Bond, who was unprepared, and it's like they asked him about the question. He goes, "Our franchises are getting stronger. Our Xbox console players are as high this year as they've ever been," which basically is talking bollocks. They're probably counting other consoles as well. So I look at it and I say, okay, our player numbers are going up for the console platform. Our franchises are
American
strong.
accent?
Very bad one. As they've ever been. And he goes, and we run a business. It's definitely true inside of Microsoft. The bar is high for us in terms of delivery. We have to give back to the company, which is basically saying we are not doing what we're supposed to. I have failed you. I have failed Satya Nadella, keeps butting his bald head against my head, telling me I need my bonus. And then now I'm looking to the PlayStation. And a lot of people are like, I was like, this is a bullshit non-answer. And they're like, what do you mean you got your answer so direct? It's basically saying Xbox is not good enough. Is that the answer? If I ask the same absolute peons, is this the answer? Xbox is inadequate as the console player? No, not actually. It's just broadening horizons. It's like, it's just business. I'm like, you absolute morons pretend to be like diehard Xbox fans, but you never actually knew what it meant in the first place. Because what is Xbox's value in this space as a competitor? This is a thoroughly negative thing. Negative thing, because what you've done is remove a primary entrant in this space. What this means now is when Ketsu Kutaragi was telling you to get 2 jobs, motherfucker, you better get prepared to get 3 to get the PlayStation 6 or 4,
or get 5 jobs if you want to go PC like everyone says.
Bro, not only will Sony take the piss, Sony's going to take the piss now. Sony's going to relax. It's not good news for PlayStation fans. It's not hard copium. Honest,
Nib had a really great response to that. Nib on Twitter said it's going to allow them to be complacent. It's going to allow them to raise prices. Absolutely. And the competition being removed is not a good thing. I think PlayStation has pushed really hard to make something like Helldivers because they watched Xbox succeed with online service games and other studios.
And multiplayer push. The console, the PS4 was a direct result of the Xbox 360. The whole first party push was a direct result of the Xbox 360, said by Sean Layden himself, not me. So what you want, that is gone. That is gone. No, I don't know why David Jaffe was like, oh no, it's going to be good. People are still going to compete. For the entirety of this gaming legacy and the entirety of these multiple years, you have direct evidence of competition causing the PlayStation 5's price at launch to match the Xbox Series consoles. Why? Because of competition. Do you think they're going to be inclined to do that now that Xbox is putting their games on there? No chance. Do you think Xbox is going to leverage the power of its consoles more than ever before? No chances. They know they can just rely on other platforms now. You think they're going to leverage their position? No chance. It's not good for the industry.
You have to pump the brakes on some of the, there's the outrage that people feel. And the people who are outraged have already owned the Xbox Series console.
Danny Passion official
just
just doesn't understand. After everything I've said, he goes, "Why are you so worried about the console war?" It's like people don't understand. Like everything I've just told you about of competition, you just don't get it. People just don't get it. I don't understand. It's insane.
Yeah, like I was saying, like if you're enraged about this or are really disappointed or upset, you probably already have the Xbox Series console. So like you're already in. You're not going to lose games. That's like the best reasonable way to explain it to people. But the problem is, we want Xbox to be able to move forward, continue to go with console, and be able to continue to grow Game Pass. They've essentially ruined or removed any reason for people to. They've told the world you don't need an Xbox console, and then they're telling them you don't need Game Pass because these games are going to be available on other platforms, and that's a problem to grow Game Pass. Now,
that's their
I'm going to throw
problem.
a crazy wrench in here because I saw a reply that Crap Gamer gave. Now, if I'm going to tell you that Crap Gamer is going to have a reasonable response, and it took me a minute to think about it, but this is what he said.
Okay.
He said, imagine at the beginning of the generation, you had to make a decision whether you were going to buy an Xbox for $500 or a PlayStation 5 for $500, and then to look down the road when you already made your purchase, you already made your choice as an Xbox fan, and then you're like, I could have got a PlayStation and got all those games, plus the games Xbox is bringing over. So if you're looking at someone who's very frugal, a lot of people in gaming are pretty frugal, and they thought, man, I spent $500. I could have got the Spider-Mans and the Wolverines and then waited a little bit and I could have got all the games on PlayStation, because that's what's looking forward to. If you look forward, you're going to get every game if you're on PC, because PlayStation's going to put almost everything on there. But if you want to just buy a console, now it's like, why did you buy an Xbox? Now you're missing out on PlayStation's like handful of games that you might have been able to have access to. And that's where I think Crap Gamer makes a good point, because I always tell people, like, what are you worried about? You already bought your console. It didn't devalue. You already paid for it. You're still getting the games. And I know everyone wants to say we're going to get them essentially for free, and then others will have to pay full price for them and wait because they're not on Game Pass. I mean, that's pretty cool, but come on now. Like, how is this supposed to continue to move forward and grow?
There were multiple people, and I'm there with them all the way. If I have a choice between an Xbox and a PS5, unless it's okay, I like Xbox's IPs more than PlayStation. I'll be honest. That's why I don't even have a PS5.
Same.
So obviously I'm going to be PC first. I'll be PC first. But I'm not. Is there, unless it's a handheld, I'm gonna at the launch of the new. Say they both release the PS6 and the next Xbox. I'll buy the PS6. Why would I buy something unless it's something big like Halo and my PC can't run it? That's the only reason why. But the ultimate, this solidifies what our mistake as Xbox fans was, and I'll hold my hand up for this, is vouching in the leadership. And I've always kind of looked at the leadership like, is there any meaningful appetite for you to really compete? And Satya Nadella, the bold fuck, he has the audacity to say, do you want us to compete? Let us compete. Bro, why did they do this at the FTC?
Let us cooperate.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you just tell the FTC that if they told the FTC their plans about how we're just going to cave in, Lena Khan didn't even need to get involved. They're like, oh yeah, let this deal through. These guys are just bitches, man. They don't care. Like the whole dynamic of the console space is now shat on. And obviously some of us diehards will think, a lot of people think it's just console wars. It's not just the theatrics of it. You're really killed competition in this space. Now, a lot of people are looking at, I think some element of it is massive copium, is they're looking at Nintendo. They're like, well, and me and you were arguing about this. So you were saying that, but me and Colt were back and forth.
Hold on, I gotta call out Tom Warren for ratioing me on that tweet. How dare you, Tom? You know what I was saying. And hey, Phil did have his fingers crossed behind his back, no matter what you say, as he knew Indiana Jones was going to PlayStation. You owe me one, Tom. You owe me. That's my first community note. And it's probably because of Tom's popularity. I will end you. That was great, though. And I thought, if anybody's going to call me out, oh, thank goodness it's nice, good guy Tom, and not somebody that some psychopath. But anyway, yes, we were I was giving you the idea, Gaz, that what if the Nintendo Switch 2, I'm going to call it the Super Switch. What if the Super Switch is capable enough to get most multiplats? Like, and the best way to explain it is like the next Assassin's Creed in 2025. The Ubisoft's like, yeah, we're going to put that on the new Switch because it can handle it. Like, if it could handle the majority of multiplats, like Nintendo Switch, Super Switch could really have a major boost to the games industry, where there'll be way more games sold because they'll sell them on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and the Switch, which would be really, really popular. That could be a really nice turbo boost for the games industry, which sorely needs it right now as revenues and profit margins are really low, right? So that's what I was trying to say. And you were like, I don't think Nintendo's going to change their method. Like, they do what they do and they do it best. And I'm like, yeah, but if that console just happens to be capable enough and developers like, hey, we can actually put games on this, I think that'd be really good for the industry. I think that PlayStation and Xbox would look over and go, which one of our games could go over there? Because I don't think PlayStation wants to put a lot of games on the new Switch, but they might consider it if the thing is capable and it's really, really super hot. That was what I was trying to say. And I know it kind of, we were going back and forth on what's that. I
don't think Sony wants to do that for a lot of it. Because Sony does care about the value proposition of its console hardware, because it's obviously in a more sensitive position compared to a $1 trillion company as far as the gaming arena is concerned. And I think it's going to be shit if that happens next gen, because you've got people. Well, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. There is a potential that if the Super Switch, and I don't want to overestimate Nintendo's ability to deliver a powerful console, because they've sat on
I know where you're coming from.
It for ages. They play to their strengths, and Nintendo's absolutely dominated everyone. They're just killing it. So if all the third parties start developing for Nintendo, I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Same, I will too. I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Maybe because
they would rather go for inexpensive, which would get them more popular, right? Easier to buy.
But then, like, in terms of competition, they're not delivering the kind of competition I want against PlayStation, the lead, or if you call it that, in that kind of arena toe-to-toe. So Microsoft, in my opinion, has failed to do that, which is why it's capitulated. And now we're just going to, to me, it just seems a lot more bleaker. So I'm not saying Xbox is dead, but what Xbox is now Microsoft is what I'm trying to say. And it's just, to me, thoroughly negative. This is a thoroughly negative thing. I don't think they'll be driven to a quality assurance. I mean, even right now, man, they don't care about even leveraging the hardware. They gave us Redfall, which was shit. They're
missing some sort of quality standard that I think you see in a lot of other very successful platforms, and PlayStation being one included, where there's just like, it's like the gold seal of approval from Nintendo back in the day. Like, I know that PlayStation has some sort of, because their games typically, they're never buggy or glitchy or unfinished for the most part. But I think that Microsoft and Xbox sort of have a, is it good enough mentality? And I'm getting tired of this is good enough mentality. It's not working for me as a fan of gaming. To realize I could have saved money by buying it on sale for $20 when it was fixed, or it was 60 FPS or whatever. Right?
They don't have that. They're from their hardware team to their software team to their leadership to their marketing team. They just don't have that. So Microsoft, to me, has fallen in favor massively, and it's now this. I treat now Microsoft as a third-party publisher. I'm more excited about Xbox's first-party stable. I am definitely, and I'm just reminded of can you imagine Doom being exclusive to Xbox? How amazing! Look, Passion Official says console war doesn't pay the bill. That's all. Well, clearly Xbox fans don't pay the bills either. Otherwise, Xbox wouldn't be looking.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Jim Ryan and Hiroki Totoki said the same thing. Like, their console's not enough, but PlayStation has a higher standard of how much they plan on selling and making on their platform. I want to propose to the audience something you and I joked about privately, that I said if they put you and I in charge, that we would stop every plan and say, Doom Eternal's no longer coming to PlayStation. Because when you brought that up, it reminded me, Indiana Jones is not coming to PlayStation. we're pulling back that. You know how Phil always pulls back his promises to the Xbox fans? He goes, this is not a signal, and we're not making all our games multi-plat. Then he goes ahead and does it anyway. Why not do the opposite? And this is just a joke, but I'll just say it for entertainment purposes.
I would do it.
Why not just say, hey, all of the games that are from Xbox first party and our published platforms and our partners, all those games are exclusive to only Xbox Series S and X consoles. They're coming to PC 6 months later, and then we'll talk about putting them on other platforms. But if you want to play this roadmap of games, you have to buy an Xbox Series console and then watch them actually sell consoles in Europe and UK and even Japan, because people
Elder
see
Scrolls.
games. We don't play the consoles. We play the game. Elder Scrolls, Fallout 5. Make this bold statement that, and they would probably fail miserably, as they would have such a hard time selling consoles to a world who's not used to buying an Xbox console. But I think the only way to sell them is say, look at all these games. This is the only place to get them.
It's a their strategy is short-sighted, and they think the industry's changing, yet they're the only ones actually posturing towards this massive change where it's all agnostic. I don't think so. It's your failure. And Phil Spencer then speaks in two tongues, where it comes out on a kind of funny game saying, we lost the worst generation. One game, if we make great games, that won't be enough. Bro, you're talking like you've done bare good games consistently and then you haven't yielded results. Don't talk shit, man. You haven't done that. You've sat on your hands for ages. What is your metric point? You haven't done it. If you did what you did and you have resolute in marketing the shit and being clear in leveraging your brand, because Xbox is just, even you can't even market Game Pass. You're talking about this. They literally, it's Satya Nadella. He sat in and he's looked at the broader brush approach and tried to reconcile it with the other branches of Microsoft and Microsoft's business way of doing things.
It's not even that deep.
Soulless.
Somebody that ran the financials said, look, we'll make more money selling our games, some of them on PlayStation, than we will growing Game Pass. They looked at the spreadsheet and they said, okay, let's do that then. And Magnum says, come on, Colt, you're not that daft. There's no regulatory reason those games are multi-plat. There's a regulatory reason. Yeah, I know. That's why I said it was a joke, Magnum, that like just make them all exclusive and watch the consoles fly off the shelves. PlayStation could do it, but they didn't go and buy major publishers. So Xbox is really, ABK was the downfall of what we would think Xbox was supposed to do. Tom Warren says Microsoft no longer has a clear and functioning ecosystem or strategy. Software, hardware, and services are supposed to form that ecosystem, but it's not working in harmony right now. And Tom Warren's right. I know not everyone feels like they're too cool to think that Michael Pachter knows a lot about what happens in the industry, but he made a really good point, Dave Jaffe's interview, which you guys should go watch, that Microsoft didn't have the balls to step up and just say, look, this is what we have. We have all this power. We're going to put it forward and we're going to make a bold move in the market. He said nobody really knows how to run this business where you have a streaming service where you're bringing all these games and putting them on multiple devices. Like he said they're pioneering the way forward, but they don't know what they're doing. And he said they clearly don't know what they're doing, because Michael Pachter said if it was him, he would make Game Pass $10 across the board. 100 million people would be in 3 years' time, he says, his prediction. He said you have to make it accessible, and Microsoft has put up all these barriers and got in their own way to grow what they're trying to do right now. And I think it's why we've seen so many growing pains.
I mean,
and the games aren't even out yet. That's the problem. Like, we've been waiting for these games since 2018. Hey, we're going to buy Playground. We're going to buy Ninja Theory. We're buying Undead Labs and all this. And like, where are the games? 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's been 6 years. And we're supposed to see those on the 7th year. It's ridiculous. Concord took 8 years, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got
Concord took 8 years. That kind of puts a little bit in perspective. I think you hit the nail on the head there, and it really is just a soulless company. Xbox had this. You know what? This is why I give Jay Allard so much props, and why I think Phil Spencer just completely fails in comparison to him, because James Allard and the small team at Xbox, when they burnt Xbox, they pissed off who? Bill Gates. They pissed him off. He wanted the OS in there. He wanted all sorts of shit in there. They said, no, trust me. Jay Allard had enough of testicular fortitude to say, nope, this won't work. Just trust me. And Bill Gates is pissed, and he's gone on this billion-dollar endeavor on the gaming space, and look what happened. Completely shocked the system, Xbox did, under James Allard's wing. And Phil Spencer capitulates, tries to speak like no marketing, no nothing, double speak with fans, no consistency, apology tours, can't run the studios, does all these acquisitions and leverages fan feedback to push it through, and immediately after it completes, completely just falls away, melts away before he even has tried to leverage the value proposition of these acquisitions and exclusivity. It's really just disingenuous, just spineless leadership with no real vision. And unfortunately, that's what Xbox has now become. It wasn't this before, but I was holding on hope that, you know, someone would do that. And it's a really sad state of affairs generally for gaming, because there isn't any competition. Xbox, like PlayStation fan base, no, there will be competition. Not to this level, because Xbox, despite its flaccid performance in over a sustained period of years, did keep PlayStation on its toes. So it is what it is. Red Wolf, thank you. Let me catch up with these super chats. He goes, say something about my Xbox. I need a daily fix. He's a piece of There he is. He's a prick. I don't know who he is.
She's a B word, and you're better off without her. She sucks.
Oh shit! You actually know who he is.
Yeah. We talked about it last night. Yeah, just say she's a B word and help him out.
She's a.
There you go.
Long Ass Gaming, thank you with the $5 super chat. Microsoft now values growth. PC, Sony, and Nintendo are the number one customers and priority. They don't care about those that invested in them for years. Sauce. And that's absolutely true. They may say that shit. They say console players are your number one value. Oh, by the way, Towerborn is coming, like early access to PC players first. You Xbox fans, and Xbox is bullshit.
That's to fund the Stoic Entertainment studio to build this game in early access. Even though Xbox has an early access program, it's another kick in the teeth to say, oh, here's another first-party game that's coming to Xbox, and you can play it after the PC guys had access to it. It's like, why are you doing this? Like, these optics like matter to me, right? Yeah. I think they matter to people.
Bro, they haven't done it.
I have to wait for another game? Like, we even have to wait for our own first-party games.
It's disgraceful.
It's dumb.
Xbox has catered for PlayStation fans more this year than it has for Xbox fans. King Thrash, thank you for the 5, because it's East versus West. The East took over the West. Now the West is trying to take over the East. Sony may have just won the East with PC Wukong. He's talking about the and to be honest, actually, in China, the sales of PlayStation 5 have skyrocketed.
Yeah.
So he's right there, and it is an East versus. Bro, no one understood why I was pro consolidation, and if I was pro consolidation on the basis that your entrants or your platform holders actually intend to compete, not this bitch mode at Microsoft. Imagine, imagine, Xbox bought all the RPG outfits, all the FPS outfits like Doom and stuff, and they got the Western RPGs. Sony's gonna do what? Okay, we're gonna buy Square. We're gonna be the JRPG, the East versus West accentuated, and then both parties, now that they've locked in all the studios, they're gonna be like, okay, we need to leverage our strengths to either deliver what the where we're falling short with what the competition is doing, or just compete on our strengths, which is JRPGs versus Western RPGs of races. It would have been glorious, but Microsoft Xbox does not have that competitive spirit. I promise you. We'll see how it goes, chat. We'll see how it goes. But my battery's dying. But ultimately, this is the state of Xbox, and it's really sad. And I've been calling it out for the last 2 to 3 years because there'll be indication. But then there's indication where Matt Booty says, we'll just outspend them out of business. We'll do that. We can buy them. And it's just like,
where's that guy? Where is that guy's voice?
Matt Booty, by the way? Isn't he, like, shouldn't he be
awesome.
pulled out? No, he's not.
No, Matt Booty's awesome. Like, I've told people that Matt Booty's got that fire, but I don't think everybody gets their voice over there. Like,
do you think that? Do you really think that?
Yeah, I think so. I think I really like Matt Booty a lot, and I think he'd be like one of those guys to come in and swipe something off somebody's desk and go, "God dang it, get it done." You know, he's really cool. He's been around the industry for a long time, and
I'd love to talk to these people. I'm sure they
like
don't
him
want
a
to
lot.
talk to me.
I think they, yeah.
I'd love to have a conversation. I know Aaron Greenberg does not like PlayStation, and he would be pissed about this decision. I don't know if Jason Ronald cares of I don't know, but I would love to talk to Matt Booty. I'd love to talk to Phil Spencer. I don't think they would like to talk to me, but I just want to talk to Satan. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, even like Phil, someone who was sitting next to Phil Spencer during this showcase, when they showed Indiana Jones, he says, "I'm sitting next to to Phil Spencer." Just looked over as they announced the announcement when Jeff Keighley announced it to PlayStation, Indiana Jones coming to PlayStation, and he looked so fucking angry. Phil Spencer just didn't know. Where is it? Where is this? Where is it?
He looked angry. Oh my gosh!
No, he just said, "Where?" I'm gonna find the comment, and it's hilarious because I'm sad about this. Is a journalist, freelancer at Polygon. I'm sat about 3 seats away from Phil Spencer and have glanced over during the reveal of Indiana Jones coming to PS5, and he legit looked like this. And it's a picture of what's the guy from The Boys? What's the main evil superhero? Like, just staring angrily at. I can bring it up on screen actually.
Oh yeah. Homelander.
Yeah, Homeland.
Yeah.
This chat. If you're watching on YouTube, because I'm sat about 3 seats away from Phil Spencer and glanced over during the reveal of Indiana Jones, and he just saw. Fucking crazy.
I mean, Phil's head of Microsoft Gaming. If he was still head of Xbox, I would feel slighted as Phil Spencer of head of Xbox. Like, gosh dang it, you're kind of pushing us out of our position, you know.
Yeah.
If everything's going to go to other places, but like that should be Sarah Bond's anger, not Phil's. Like Phil directly answering to Satya, but maybe Phil still feels responsible for the Xbox platform as it is. So,
but Phil's
I would hope that he felt like that.
Bro, Phil's legacy.
There is an internal struggle between Xbox and Microsoft leadership. Let's just pretend like that's a real thing.
Well,
like somebody knows that. How about that?
Phil Spencer. Let me get Phil Spencer. Yeah, go on his last tweet here. Look at he's now gonna die a villain before he was a legend. Played some Mecha Break. Look at the comments here, bro.
Okay.
Wow, the replies.
Yeah, you're telling me about this pre-show.
Yeah.
He's lost weight, by the way. Go back up. Go back up.
He's gotten older as well, and grayer as well. Listen a bit.
Yeah. But it looks like he's lost some weight. I should figure out how to do that. Go ahead.
I need to do that. J-Dub is brilliant.
Either he's getting healthy or he can't eat right now.
He's just
okay. I don't care what J-Dub says. He has a low IQ. Go to the actual real. Because you can't take anything he says seriously. Oh my gosh, that meme.
Bro, this is his legacy, bro.
All those guys are on PlayStation podcasts too.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
Bro.
Go back to your ivory
Destroying
tower.
Destroying Xbox still smiling, and then to PS5 right after. It's over. Everyone knows it's no longer Xbox. It's now Microsoft Gaming Fact.
Can I say something for the Xbots? This will help them out. Because we've been pretty brutal.
I wouldn't make another post.
This doesn't do anything for me, but
the guy that
Xbox has
ruined
the
Xbox?
possibility of being one of the
Holy
biggest
shit.
brands in gaming.
You are the ghost. Who is this?
Oh my gosh.
Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox could be one of the, one of my friends was saying the same thing, that Xbox is going to be one of the biggest game publishers. But this isn't what we wanted. We wanted them to have this great cultivated experience for us on the console that they are supposed to cultivate and supposed to support, and that thing is supposed to shine. And now that they've said the console doesn't matter, they have. That we're not getting the proper support. Games are going to run better on PlayStation. Games are going to launch the way they're not supposed to launch on console, instead of like, hey, you're making Avowed for Indiana Jones is 60 and so stalker. Like, they're in the middle of a freaking war and the game's 60 FPS and like, a dynamic 4K on Series X, and Avowed's not. I mean, come on, guys. So Obsidian is like, that game should run at 60, but it's not going to, when Obsidian only has to make a PC version and Xbox version right now. And they can't get 60? It's like, come on.
Yeah. I mean,
There's a clear priority problem. I don't know. Sir's like, did you guys quit Xbox? Like, no. Like, someone was like, Colt should go Nintendo. It's like, and do what? Play that girl game where you play as Zelda from Legend of Zelda? What? I'm not. No.
what are you saying?
Am I gonna like vacuum ghosts as Luigi? No, I'm not going. No, I'm not going.
Fun games, man.
I don't. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I actually own it. We've never played it. I don't switch. Like, I have all of the platforms. Like, I just play the games I want to play. I have a PS5 that sits here 9 to 10 months out of the year. Just sits there waiting for a game that, you know, that's not Spider-Man 2 where you're fighting Mary Jane. Crap. Well, Astrobot, I'm going to play Astrobot. Freaking game's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
You don't switch. Please, if you can afford, just have one. Just play anything but one place if you can.
Well, I don't know about switching. I'm switching to PC next as my primary thing when the 5090 comes out, and I'm really excited. Bro, there's so much you can do. You see the cyberpunk realism mod? Holy shit!
I've already used it. Yeah, it's incredible, bro.
Have you used it? Oh man,
You'll squirt.
I will squirt.
It's good.
So
Gotcha.
that's good. We've got we got Simon Brandy with the £2 super chat. Thank you, man. He goes, it's time for Phil to go. Jay Allard was great. I think Phil Spencer is going to step down after or immediately after the next Xbox is revealed, because I think that's going to be the next biggest peak for Xbox. That's when maybe Gears will be announced and new Xbox announced. It's like, yeah, that looks cool. And Phil Spencer steps down on the high note, as high as you can get.
He said that though. He said he wants to launch the next console and then he's gone.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said
to you? Privately?
No, I think he said it publicly.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we were talking about this chat behind the scenes. The guy's like, I think he'll step down after this console. And I'm like, I think he's already said that at one point. Like, I want to launch one more console. Maybe he said it to Tim Dog. I don't know, but I think that is his plan. And for sure, like he helped launch the 360 at some capacity and launched the Xbox, helped launch the Xbox One. Yeah. So, I mean, he's done enough. He saved Xbox for one point, but then now he's had to help them usher in a different thing. And I really mean it, that Xbox brand and its publishing arm will be one of the biggest things in gaming. It'll be really, really big. But this isn't exactly the way we wanted the platform to be. I wanted them to have this great console that was like, that they loved, and I'm using the word cultivate. I don't know how to describe it. You know what I mean?
No, but
like
I know.
Xbox One
compete,
X, like,
basically a viable competitor to really give it to Sony. And really, that would caused an incredible gaming environment. If you had Doom, Elder Scrolls, you had Fallout, all exclusive, that would have just been great, because PlayStation and Sony, they need gaming. They need to control gaming, and they need to be strong.
PlayStation needs Xbox right now because they don't have jack shiz.
Yeah, well, now
if we're being honest, like,
PlayStation will probably get in their groove now, because they typically will do in the tail end of the gen. And
the end of next year, yeah. Nate the Hate believes that they'll have some big things like Ghost of Tsushima and Death Stranding 2 next year. They'll have a couple big games, bigger than they didn't have anything big this end of the year. But yeah, I mean, their roadmap's taken a little while longer. They were like a couple years behind what Xbox was like struggling through. But in the end, they'll both be fine. It's just the console, like the next console will probably only sell like 20 million instead of 30 million this far in. And it's not what I expected. And anybody who tries to call out people who made claims back in 2020, I mean, this is kind of like, that's low ball. Like, that's dirty pool. Everything has changed so much, and Xbox has completely revamped their strategy and backed out of everything they said they would do. It's just really obnoxious to talk about it as a content creator who, like, hey, Xbox is like finally going to deliver. They're finally going to arrive. And then just when their time, when all their games are coming, they're like, and a PlayStation. And I said to Dustin Legary yesterday, he was like, he put up this great screenshot on Twitter. He goes, the response whenever a game is announced for Xbox, and they were all saying, when's it coming to PS5? And I said, wave to the Xbox as on your way by to the PS5, because that's kind of where Microsoft is like really leading us. Like, say hi to the Xbox, but we're all over here now.
Yeah.
It's kind of a joke.
No, it is a bit of a piss take. Like, really, it is kind of like the console war for us is fun. That's it was such a fun thing anyway, but that's been dwindling anyway, and now Xbox has become Microsoft. This is Microsoft gaming, and Phil Spencer did try, and Phil Spencer is basically the savior of the Xbox brand. Without him, Satya Nadella didn't give a shit, and now he's controlling it.
They were going to shut it down.
Yeah,
Gary Myerson was going to get rid of it.
Yeah, they're going to get rid of it. So Phil Spencer, when I say you suck, I mean thank you for keeping Xbox alive, and taking it this far. There are fundamental failures I perceive that I don't have the full picture because you don't tell the truth anymore. But one day you can sit down and we have a coffee and you can tell me your tales of your struggles and the impossible task you had. But ultimately, I still firmly believe that had you executed on your plan, been a bit more firm in making sure your teams delivered, your marketing was done, and your basic things were done, then you would have a very different fate. And if you fought more strongly against these, your satires, maybe you could have. Maybe you could tell me, look, Gaz, it's literally impossible. In which case, which I refuse to believe, but then you can tell me, or you're not, because you don't give a shit about me, because I'm a console peasant. So we'll see. Anyway, look, chat, it's the end of Xbox. This is the end of this podcast and the stream. I'm finished. I retire. No, I'm just kidding. It's not the end. Look, I think going forward, Xbox diehard fans, just unfollow me. No, just because I'm gonna be fucking. Look, Xbox is where it's at, and I'm gonna be unrelenting against and scathing in my criticism. I know that a lot of people will probably lose subs and unfollow and all of that, and it's just fine. It's a filtration system for me because I need to find a small group of people that actually want to have this kind of discussion in earnest. So it's always good, but it's interesting. The drama behind it all is also very interesting. We've had a very interesting week. Danny Passion Official, thank you for the $2 super chat. VHS and DVD are dead. Same thing is happening to consoles. We will see. We will see.
Slowly.
PC guys have been saying that for ages. Red Wolf, thank you for the 5. He goes, Gaz, if you have been away from Starfield for a good long time, now might be the time to jump in and try some of the new content and mods. Tell him, Colt. Bro, I need to check their 60 FPS mod. It's actually a 60 FPS mode. And
yeah, the mode is great. It looks so much nicer. And then, yeah, you can mess with mods. They're all built in, so you don't have to do anything really crazy. But that new land vehicle looks really cool. And I haven't even checked it out yet.
I need to check it out.
Yeah, it looks really fun.
I want to.
It's got like a booster and everything. So yeah, stuff that Starfield should have had a long time ago. And I'll stand behind. Starfield should have had another year delay. Maybe things would have been better for it. But
I think Todd Howard. Outside, Todd Howard's projects from here on out. Not a huge Bethesda guy. So I didn't really. I wasn't that aware of his his loose promises. But I enjoyed Starfield, as that was a great game, and I really need to go back to it. Definitely not the lofty heights that it was promised to be, but we will see.
Yeah, and I would tell people to be careful of being excited about their favorite thing, because most of the people that made your favorite games are either aging or no longer work at the studio. And, some of the Skyrim magic wasn't there in Starfield. Like, it's not that type of game. And I chalked it up to maybe, 12 years ago, those people don't work there anymore. And Todd wants to make a different game at this point in his life. And he had Machine Games do Indiana Jones. And I have my issues about Indiana Jones as well. I did the preview. Oh, I don't know how much time you have left on your camera, but that's actually a pretty good tidbit there. I was given an early access preview last Thursday, a week ago, to watch a stream of a mission of Indiana Jones. We were shown the stream with a watermark of our name, and we were not allowed to record it. Afterwards, there was a Q&A where we got to ask a bunch of questions. before the stream, and then they would read them and answer them while we watched the developers talk. And then they said at the end of the stream, we would get an asset packet on the email so we could make content. Well, I waited, and it wasn't until early on Monday, 4 days later, they're like, here's your promised asset package. It was 5 screenshots from Indiana Jones that were not in the preview we saw. They were the most dull, drab, boring, lame, stupid screenshots I've ever seen. I shared them with you guys after embargo lifted. I'm like, this is what they sent us.
I didn't see
and
it.
my plan was to make content about Indiana Jones preview and then go on vacation. They left us hanging. They had nothing. We were packing up the car to leave when I got the email. Here's your assets we promised 4 days ago. I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. 3 of the screenshots, just glancing at them, you couldn't even tell what they were. They were so... Because the game's good looking. It's okay looking. It looks cool, right? But these screenshots, I mean, who took these? Hargeet? What the crap?
Hargeet.
That's a joke. Hargeet hates screenshots, right? I was so disappointed. I'm like, what's going on? And then you get the announcement it's coming out in December. So Machine Game's incredible. I don't know. Hopefully they were the right team. What I got from this preview, which I didn't make content, was like, this game is way more puzzle oriented than it is combat oriented. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted Tomb Raider Uncharted, where it's all about climbing, maneuvering, shooting, driving, all this cool stuff. I'm not sure yet from what we've been seeing how much action adventure is going to be in Indiana Jones. And, I wouldn't be shocked if Indiana Jones comes in at like a high 7, 78 or something, because Machine Games normally gets about an 80 or an 84. So I don't know. I'm a little bit worried. And I've learned a lot of lessons, haven't I, Gaz, since Redfall, right?
Yep.
I want people to be... Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm a big Machine Games fan. And I said all that leading up to, like, Todd Howard, like, wanted to make this game for 20 some years. He had this plan for this Indiana Jones game, and he gave it to Machine Games. I'm like, why didn't you have your team do it? But they're so busy with Starfield, they had to have someone else do it. I hope Machine Games knocks it out of the park. Normally they do.
I think it'll be a solid game. I'm looking forward to it. I think it looks like it has a lot of character, a lot of solid. It looks like something special. Like, I was like, not like mind-blowing, not a 90s mind-blower, but feels like it has character. Like, Machine Guns games do have character, and this feels like Indiana Jones. There was so much heart in Wolfenstein: The New Colossus, the last one they did, and I've played it twice. Like, it's so good. Never
I
gelled
just
with
haven't
me.
seen enough.
Because the floaty gunplay.
It's so good.
It looks good, but then just something about the gunplay just does not click. I don't know why.
Yes, when I went back to replay it, the guns were like floating too high on the screen. I'm like, I remember it being so pristine when I played it 2017.
I don't know what it is, the camera or the way it just doesn't feel.
The guns sit too high for the camera view. They float a little bit. It's really weird, but the game's phenomenal. And the revolver on Indiana Jones, I feel like it's you can only use this once in a while, because he pulls it up and fires it once. Like, they don't want you to like come in and go bang, 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 and then reload the, that's what I get from it. That's my assumption from what I see. Like,
Huggy Super Chat goes, all this doom and gloom, calm, deep breaths. It's okay. Enjoy the games. Photo mode.
Photo mode. Photo mode. He was so mad at you and I when we were playing The Ascent, because we like untethered the camera. We're like, oh my gosh, right? We were having the time of our life. He's like, what is with you guys in photo mode?
He's so pissed. He's like, oh my god. Bless him. We were playing co-op and we'd stop to take pictures, and this guy
he was playing with us.
Yeah, we're such dicks. So we're just taking like tourists. Look, I can go so far. Look, they've modeled even this. It's crazy. Why does it look so good?
He's just waiting there like,
I'm trying to play the game, guys. So deep. It's so deep.
unpause the photo mode. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Hoggy. I still
we love
Hoggy's the best. Huggy's just doing the rounds on Twitter for some of the stuff he says. I just love it. He's such a like a grenade. You just throw it in the room, and whatever he's saying is hilarious. Just causes such a stir, and he's not even on social media, so people are just like, oh, okay, and they desperately want to find him and just want to say something to him. But
Yeah,
he's not there.
they want him to feel the reaction, but he's like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I
it's
talk to
so
him like,
cool.
so and so called you out. He's like, so who cares? I don't care.
He's like,
Oh, I wish I could
that's
have that.
Amazing. That's the strength of Hoggeat's tenacity and confidence.
You know
in
me, I
himself.
call Tim Dog. Tim Dog, what do I do?
Tim Dog. Bathada. All right, chat. This was such a good, fun show, man. The most fun I've had in a long time. It's good to be back doing guests, and this was like X and C, the sequel with Colt and Gas. all over again. Oh, felt good. I hope you guys had a good time. If you're still watching, smash the like button. 307 of you still there. Cole Eastwood, thank you so much, man, for everything, and for being the first on the show, helping me out, helping me with the bollocks of trying to get it to work, and just being a dank guy. So
I got to say publicly, like, Go Live was part of a staple of gaming podcasts, and you and Asa did such a great job and set this foundation. And we miss it, but we're glad you're doing what you're doing. You hit 6,000 subs here live on the show, and people look to you for a little bit of reason, but mostly tons of insanity and good entertainment. And
okay
I've
with
always liked watching your crap, bro. It's been an honor to be here, and I'm in so much trouble for the things I said today. I can't wait to deal with that tomorrow. It's going to be fun, but thanks for having me on.
One thing I was going to say, just to round it off, as you're the Xbox mega fan, what does this mean for you and your content and your coverage of Xbox in the future?
That's a good question. This does minimize the way that I do content, because since I started doing content in 2017, it was really all about Xbox is actually a good platform and they're doing great things. And then they got into the mode where they were like building up to become like this big comeback. And it's been a lot of my content. And when Xbox removes the excitement from their fans, which I think they're doing, right? It makes it really difficult to be excited about what they're doing. But I would say 80% of what Xbox is, it's their games, not the plastic and the silicon, because the really excitement is if they're making great games. And if those games are great, if those games are actually really great, if they start rising above that 80 percentile where PlayStation and Xbox are overall, then things will be really exciting. And if Xbox can get bigger through their whatever they're doing now, then we can be excited about having great games and playing them like on Game Pass and not spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on that. I hope that works out. But yeah, it does change the way I do content, and it's going to be hard for people to be excited about the next console when they're like, are they really even going to support it? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at moving forward. And I would like to just be able to be allowed to cover things like a Ubisoft games or whatever. And I have at some points, but sometimes my audience is like, if it's not Xbox, I don't care. And I get that.
Same.
I get that because I feel that way personally too sometimes. If it's not about Xbox, how much do I want to talk about it? So
Yeah, I'm the same here.
well, Zasek's like, what games? Like Zasek he just came out of his mother's uterus. He's like, what games? Xbox has way more games than PlayStation. Where the fudge have you been, bro?
He's back. He's back. Everything he just said is a lie. He's back to default Colt. There it is.
Yeah.
It only took 3 seconds. No, yeah. So yeah, okay. Thanks for that. That's good to. Good
And
to
I
know
never
that.
review guitars, Magnum. I don't know why Tim Dog said my guitar videos crap to bed. I didn't have guitar videos. Tim doesn't even remember. Somebody said the other day that I love Tim. Tim and I are good friends. Tim Dog made you, Colt. What? I didn't meet Tim like
Dad?
till 2 years
Call him
after
Dad?
like RDX was blowing up and my channel and stuff, but whatever. I love Tim. Tim's amazing.
Well, interesting times. So let's see.
What time is it over there?
It's
I'm
almost-
freaking starving.
It's almost midnight. Yeah, sorry. And I need to go meet Special Nick tomorrow in London early in the morning. So I do have to wake up early as well. Why are you apologizing? I'm the one keeping you up.
No, I'm sorry. You have to meet Special Nick.
Oh, thank you for the condolences. But yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting him. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Smash the like button. There's going to be a lot more content coming very soon, and some of which you may like or may not if you're an Xbox fan. Safe. Thank you so much. Honestly, appreciate it. See you guys. Peace. Bam.
Bam.
Thank you, ma'am. Wait.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, I'm still not there. I'm still. You're gonna get railed in the ass. We're not gonna hear us. You're gonna get railed.
No, I'm going.
Wait.